offering free athletic physicals for grades 6 through 12. Register today at brortho.com.
In Baton Rouge, we're entrepreneurs and connoisseurs. We have careers to grow, green beans to throw, and drinks to go. We're innovators and tailgaters. We're the birthplace of swamp blues, good brews, and whatever combo you choose. We're local suppliers and industry hires, startups, and set it offs. We're a gumbo pot of people, cultures, and flavor in all its forms. Need another reason to put down roots or kick up your boots? We've got one more. It's just better in Baton Rouge. BetterInBTR.com.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance a home? At GMFS Mortgage, we make it easy because we're local. Our underwriting and processing happens right here in the Baton Rouge office. That means faster approvals, smoother closing, and real people who understand your needs. For over 26 years, we've helped our neighbors in Louisiana achieve the dream of home ownership. Visit GMFSmortgage.com to get started today. We are GMFS Mortgage, your local lender.
GMFS. NMLS number 64997 is an equal housing lender. Mortgages originated at 7389 Florida Boulevard, Suite 200A, Baton Rouge, Louisiana 70806.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service.
Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. With 5 new brands and a huge selection of certified and pre-owned vehicles to shop on one lot, we're sure to have the right ride for you.
Shop BayouFord.com and BayouCDJR.com or come see us just off I-10 in LaPlace. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Baton Rouge, you rolled the dice and we hit the jackpot. Thank you for voting for LeBear's Casino and helping us win 11 Best of Baton Rouge medals, including Best Slots, Best Table Games, Best Hotel, Best Steak, Best Sports Bar, Best Live Music Venue, and more. When you're ready for an award-winning night out, get to LeBear's Baton Rouge. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Wednesday, May 7th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect, rain because it's currently raining outside, and your high is going to be around 74. In hour one of today's show, we'll give you an injury update on Derek Carr. We'll talk about a Saints rookie that could potentially make a big impact in 2025. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome in, OTB! Wednesday, May 7th, 2025. Hope everybody's having a great day today. Please be safe out there on the roads. It is very wet and whatnot, as Taylor alluded to there. So be safe coming in today. Wherever you're listening, in the car, phone, whatever the case may be. Welcome. Let's have some fun over the next 3 hours. Hit the like button, sub to the channel, also sub to OTB Saints, OTB LSU, T-Bob, Jake, Jordan, and Tay-Tay with you today. Alondra remains out, covering the CMAs. Nope, it's not the CMAs. ACMs, yes, the ACMs.
What's the difference?
I don't know. American Country Music Awards versus Country Music American Awards. I already know the Country Music Awards. I guess CNA, not American. That's a bit redundant. WCMAAs. Hey, so I got a question. Well, first off, how's everyone doing today? Jake, congratulations. Your last day of 39. How are we feeling?
Yeah, it is. I'm
proud of you because you knew it and I didn't even think about it.
Hey, what can I say? I know birthdays, dude.
Yeah, okay. Who told you or what came in front of you?
Dude, I know birthdays, dude. What can I say? I know birthdays.
Yeah, somebody definitely told you, but it's still, I appreciate it. As you said when we were coming back into the show here, I'm about to fully be a man.
Yep.
Mike Gundy.
Yep.
I'm 40. Come at me. So yeah, we'll see.
Finally, I mean, look how long ago that was for Gundy. And he looks great.
It was a long time ago.
That's what I'm saying. And he looks great, dude. You know?
We were
mullet it up. He's kind of got abs.
We were in college then?
I think we were in college then. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Like, hell yeah, that's a long time. We're good.
Yeah.
We're good. Yeah. Jordan's 13. Jordan, what's going on, man? How are you doing?
I'm great, man. 25. Feel great, I guess.
Exactly. What's the difference?
I feel like my brain is developed now. I'm like, you know what? A lot of stuff that I thought was not stupid is actually very stupid.
So the best part is that just continues every 5 years of your life, right?
Yeah, that's brutal.
Like, it's just always 5 years later, like, God, I was an idiot.
Yeah.
Which it always intrigues me to think, like, man, what am I doing now? Then in 5 years, I'm going to look back on it and be like, what was I thinking? But I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I know it's something. So that's going to be interesting to find out. Check back in 5 years. Tay, what's up, brother? How are we doing today?
Oh, we're doing good. It was not a terrible drive-in despite the weather, which, what a shocker that was, right? I mean, I'm leaving the house this morning. I'm like, okay, we're going to probably get here at like 6:40. It's just what's going to happen. It's Baton Rouge, but did not occur this morning.
So look, I know that people are going to disagree probably, and I'm on the road a bit earlier, though I haven't been driving in that early as of late, right? Like, I've been coming in I've been on the road at a little after 6, which is, a time when a lot of people, I guess all I'm saying is, and I know in the afternoon it gets, all I'm saying is, though, I feel like the interstate improvements are starting to pay some dividends.
No, it's like last Wednesday evening I had to drive up here. I drive up here sometimes on the weekends to do LSU games.
Yeah.
Like, it's been pretty good regardless of time.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
It's been way, way, way smoother as of late. I don't know what the science is behind.
Because all they did was move it to one side to the other.
Moving the 12 from one side to the other. I don't know what it did, but it was like it popped I don't know, I popped it open. It's been cool, man. God, it's gonna be really nice when all of them are done too. So on today's show, though, we got the Saints, Suggs, start whatever. I mean, you guys already know what we're gonna get into today. Same thing we get into every day, but I did want to start with a question, and nobody Google it at first.
Okay.
I want you to see if we can figure this out. Last night I was sleeping, and my entire house was rattled to its foundations by a booming peal of thunder. Just a big boom. And me and my wife both shoot up. We're like, I don't know how the kids didn't wake up, but really, felt like a bomb went off.
Mm-hmm.
What is thunder?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because we know lightning is something about static electricity or neutrons, electrons, and it's attracted to the ground. So whatever. I don't really know what heat lightning is. But what is thunder?
Might have to be, man, let's just say a clouds farting or something like that.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I mean. You can say yes.
I was going to say thunder's a sound.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what it represents.
Cloud bowel movement.
Is it something? Maybe. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah,
when you're in a pool and you have two hands and you go straight down in the pool.
Yeah.
And the water separates and then comes together and in the middle.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
something like a pressure
effect,
system.
But with pressure
going
systems,
yeah.
Yes. Like a high-low pressure system that creates like a bubble and then a collapse. And then
like a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
In my mind, I thought it was just okay, the lightning is about to happen, right?
Yeah.
Right. All these.
No, I think that's
all this bolt of bolt of energy, right?
Cook.
So it's kind of it gets ready to go. So
yeah.
And then you hear the thunder.
But
that's because from all the energy that it's about to happen with the lightning.
Okay, so you
think that's actually right.
So the thunder is tied to the lightning.
Yes.
Yeah, gotta be.
Yeah, because we can time out how far the storm is or is not from the lightning.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe the thunder is and the distance is why we hear it later, because light travels faster than sound. So maybe the thunder is nothing. Okay, so maybe it just is the sound of lightning.
I can see that.
Like the thunder and the lightning are kind of the same thing. They just happen at different times.
The energy surrounding like the lightning bolt itself, and
So, well, no, I'm not even saying like kind of the same thing. I'm saying are the same thing, just that light travels faster than sound. But I don't know if that's true.
Man,
I mean, I feel like it is.
When you see a sniper shoot something from like a mile away, does the bullet travel faster than the sound?
Yeah,
does,
typically.
right?
Yeah, typically, because like
so light
sometimes
definitely travels faster than sound.
Sometimes you'll see like, okay, for me, like if you're watching a hunting show and the deer's like 400 yards away.
Yeah.
Sometimes like
I know how that goes.
There was not a G on the end of hunting.
Sometimes it'll like the deer will react before you hear the sound because it's already hit. So yeah.
Yeah,
and that's not even that far. I mean, if you're like
sound,
a mile out,
so sound pretty slow, and that would make sense because light travels way faster. You see the lightning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you hear the thunder. So then you know it's X miles away because of how far sounds travel.
Yeah, I mean.
So now we know, how does lightning work?
I know it comes from the ground. That's it.
Right?
Yeah,
it's some attractive force from the ground, right?
And I know like you couldn't have like a metal
that's
pole
on the
or
ground,
something.
yeah.
You know, you get struck with a metal pole.
Well, we know electricity is conducted, through metal, but I'm wondering, so is it like electrons?
Nature's weird, man.
How are what's going on in the clouds to produce that want for electrons? I don't.
You think anybody gets that was the Les Miles?
I don't think so. Probably not. Probably not.
We aged out of those jokes.
Gotta have a want for victory.
See, this just makes me think how a fifth grader will watch me right now in the classroom. Like if we were sitting
That's why
here
they have
doing
a game show. Are you smarter than the fifth
Yeah,
grader?
I would get washed right now because I don't remember none of this. Like, oh yeah,
Well, because the thing is, we just walk around and we just take it all for granted.
Yeah.
Like we know, but then we have to stop and realize, oh wait, we actually don't know.
Yeah, I would get killed right now.
like earlier, y'all were talking about, okay, you know, I've learned this and that. Every day I realize I know less and less than I thought I did.
That means you're on the right track.
Yes.
Enlightenment.
That means you're on the right track. You can never trust the man who thinks he knows everything.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing that I
Aaron
know
Rodgers.
is that I don't know, which is funny. That's what Socrates said as well. Basically, there's a story about like one of Socrates' friends goes to the Oracle of Delphi and asks, is Socrates the wisest man in the world? The Oracle says yes. He tells Socrates, and Socrates is like disturbed and annoyed by the story. Because he's like, I mean, that can't be. And then his revelation was, okay, well, maybe she said that because I know that I don't know. And so in my my recognition of ignorance is where that wisdom lies. So
You know, I have been called the Socrates of Livingston Parish once or twice, so this makes a lot of sense.
That's true. I've had people tell me they asked the Oracle of Zachary. If Taylor is the wisest of LP. They said yes. It's like, wow. Yeah.
Some say.
Just glad I get to work with him. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to break. When we get back, we're gonna into sports talk, but we're gonna fact check ourselves. So we'll have a full lightning and thunder report on the other side. More OTB coming up next.
Bolt up.
Off the bench.
Go to coolprohvac.com. That's Cool Pro HVAC, man. Your local HVAC experts. And at least we know this. In part, all these storms are created by the, I'm sure, massive heat that is coming in. Right? And so you need to make sure that your AC is going to be good to go for the summer, because if you live in South Louisiana, you know nothing's more devastating than not having your AC. So get your system checked out by Cool Pro today and make sure it's good to go. No dispatch fee. So if nothing's wrong, you don't pay anything. Okay? So why wouldn't you have them out to your home to check it out? And then explore becoming a Pro Plan member. $99 a year, 24/7 monitoring, 1-hour service windows, priority scheduling, coolprohvac.com.
Yeah, and that's no matter how many units you have as well there in that $99. So go check it out online. Also, T mentioned 1-hour wait times, no dispatch fee, and you know exactly where your tech is, when they're going to get to your home. You can follow them. Just think of you're waiting on your Uber, right? And you can see where that vehicle is. Same situation with Cool Pro. Go to the website today, coolprohvac.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is
It's electric!
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
It's electric. Ow! So, credit to us, guys. I think we nailed it. So, Jake was absolutely right. Thunder is just the sound of lightning. So that is correct. Jordan mentioned the ground being involved in the process. That is also correct. Lightning is a natural electrical discharge that occurs between a cloud and the ground, between two clouds, or within a cloud. Hence how we get the
Shout out
lightning
Holy
in the
Cross.
clouds, lightning in the ground, whatever. It's a rapid and powerful electrostatic discharge that generates a bright flash and the sound of thunder. And then thunder, well, we know it is a loud rumbling, crackling, or whatever, but it's caused by the rapid expansion and contraction of air along the path of a lightning bolt, creating a shock wave. So I think we actually pieced it together, guys.
I think so, too.
That was a really good job, guys.
Well done.
Credit to us.
Thank you. We went to school for something.
We got 4 college degrees, and we very much meathead explained how it all works. We even made sound effects in here.
Tien says, I love you guys. It could have been the worst opening segment ever. Look, man, just because you don't appreciate curiosity I can't help you.
It's one of those things you just don't get it, bro.
And that is one of these signs. Again, we're talking about the signs of wise men. It's something that I've noticed in reading a lot of biographies. These kind of next level thinkers, your Da Vinci and things. One thing they never lose are their childlike curiosity. Right? Da Vinci walks by a creek and he sees the water swirling around the rock, and instead of just being like, "Oh, look at that," he's wondering, why does the water swirl like that? How does the fluid and then he discovers fluid dynamics, and then he intuits, fluid dynamics, but whatever. Then he intuits that, oh, wait, the air works like water, and aerodynamics are like fluid dynamics. And so, yeah, maintain your childlike curiosity, guys.
This was Da Vinci?
He was, I don't know if he discovered fluid dynamics, but he did. I think he was the first to intuit that aerodynamics, like air functions like water and how it swirls. And like I remember flying in the plane one time, and out of nowhere it felt like we got punched. Just whole plane shook, and the pilot came on. He was basically like, "Look, we just hit another plane's wake." Yeah. Essentially, it's just that you're in a 3D space. You're not just on all the same plane.
Were you on the plane? You were on the plane in 2007, coming back from the SEC championship game, huh?
Yeah.
Oof.
I mean, I remember celebrating. I don't remember turbulence.
You don't remember it dropping?
No.
Oh my
plane
God.
I remember everybody. It's
just
going
like
to the ship. It's going to the ship.
Yeah, just like down, and
I know
everybody just froze.
Oh, yeah. I know it's quiet. You can hear a mouse on that plane.
Yeah, I mean, we were celebrating, but yeah, it was some turbulence.
We were chanting. Is it hardball? Is hardball we're going to the ship?
No, it was us. I mean,
no, I'm saying, but when they chant that, there's a movie where they chant that.
Oh, hardball.
Yes,
I
hardball.
thought you were saying
hardball. No, hardball. No, hardball.
We just talked about the Chargers. I didn't know. Probably. Why you got to bring up G Baby though? We don't need that memory right now.
R.I.P. They don't know nothing about G Baby.
Yeah, dude. I've seen the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, sure
okay, of course you have. Anyway, what were you going to say, Taylor? Do you have something before you get into the Saints? No. So we have to. Okay.
Yeah. We can go on with something. I didn't know where you were going with that.
Okay, so let's talk about another member of this Saints draft class, and then James Slater in a bit had a really good update on the Derek Carr situation, in which he is clearly in direct contact with the Derek Carr camp. But Ross Jackson had a great piece on LouisianaSports.net. Again, guys, LouisianaSports.net, it's built through Guarantee here. They are doing an excellent job of covering all your favorite local sports, and Ross is spearheading the Saints coverage, and of course he hosts Locked On Saints, the Locked On Network. Like it's very good and very thought-provoking and very good breakdowns. And one of his most recent pieces has to do with a member of this Saints draft class that we have not talked about yet, and that is Louisville corner Quincy Riley. And he asked the question, could Quincy Riley start for the Saints in 2025? And first, so let's talk about who Quincy Riley is, Jake, and what he did, because, again, we see what appeared to be a common theme for the Saints this draft, and one that feels obvious, and it's almost like, why don't you do this more? But it was productivity. We mentioned Devin Neal.
Yeah.
3,000-yard seasons. 7 yards carry every year, right? Danny Stutzman leading the Sooners in tackles for 3 years. Well, Quincy Riley had 29 passes defended his last 2 years at Louisville and 15 picks during his college career as a whole, 9 in the last 2 years at Louisville. 15, that was the most of anyone in this NFL draft. He has the most interception return yards by far. He's a track guy, 5'10", 200, 4.48 speed. But again, if I'm trying to evaluate talent and I'm picking someone and it's a gamble as to whether or not they'll be good, imagine just drafting all the guys who are already good. And like you think like it's got to maybe give you a higher chance of hitting. Like at least on paper, I really like this draft class the more we unpack it.
Yeah, so he was highly productive, multiple spots. You go all the way back to 2021 when he's at Middle Tennessee State. He was tied for 4th in the FBS with 5 interceptions, first team All-Conference USA that same year. Also was All-ACC in 23 and 24. So very productive player, 4.48 guy. Now, he's a little bit under 5'11".
Yeah.
And so, like, that's why he lasts until the 4th round and it's not a first, second round pick because the production's there, the athleticism is there, all that's there, right? The measurables a little off. But, you know, this is somebody that has been a ball hawk in his career.
Yep.
So he has shown that even though he has a 5'10" corner, he can still go get the football. So the production is through the roof in 2 different spots. He actually had like a 3rd-round grade on him, so the Saints probably feel like they got really good value in the 4th round there. But I am way more the side of go get production from a place like Louisville opposed to this relative athletic score from this group of 5 school. He only had 3 sacks, but if you do a deep dive into the numbers, he's got this score, and this score tells me he can get this in the NFL. No, that does not. You've tried that before. So, like, this draft was way more about production, and you mentioned Stutzman. Like, that's somebody we know what he looks like at a place like Oklahoma.
Yep.
We know what Riley looks like at a place like Louisville.
And as we're talking this out, one thing that I'm realizing too, Jake, that'll become more and more commonplace and is interesting in scouting is you know what Quincy Riley looks like in a jump up in competition. Like you said, he starts at Middle Tennessee.
He was on the track team, too,
at
Middle Tennessee State.
At Middle Tennessee State?
Yeah, ran the, I believe it was the 100 and the 4x1.
So elite speed. But he starts there. He's very productive. Then he goes to a better conference, and he's all conference right away, twice, by the time it's all said and done. And so I like seeing a guy who, by merit, earned his way up to the Louisville level and then became an all-ACC selection. And like we said, more picks than anybody in this draft class. Now, okay, how does he fit in with the New Orleans Saints? You traded Lattimore. You lose Paulson Adebo. Kool-Aid McKinstry looks to be one of your starting outside corners. I think ideally you want Alontae Taylor to stay in the slot. He's been very good there. So I think essentially it comes down to maybe Quincy Riley and Isaac Edom at trying to compete for again that. And Alontae could bump outside if it came down to that. But I think, again, ideally, in an ideal world, he could stay inside, and it would be Edom and Riley competing on the outside there, with Reed and Matthew as your safety.
Yeah, because obviously, Kool-Aid's going to be on the other side there. I think Alontae Taylor, he has to stay. He's much better playing a nickel position than I think he is playing outside. And also, you're counting on Kool-Aid to take a big step up.
Yeah.
You didn't bring in, another marquee veteran corner. So you're second-year player, and you traded up last year in the 2nd round to get him. So you're going to be counting on him a lot. Riley maybe could play inside there, but you just don't have a lot of depth at corner right now, which is funny because last year you felt like you had all the depth.
Yeah, well, you did, yeah.
Right?
You lose Lattimore and Paulson Adebo in 1 year. That's too big. It's too big guys to replace. Now, I agree with maybe not getting into the Paulson Adebo bidding war, but that's still big.
Yeah, because, again, you brought somebody that, back that you're familiar with, but you didn't go get a tier 1, day 1, first week free agent to replace those guys either. So you're going to be counting on a major step up from Kool-Aid and then somebody like a Quincy Riley to be able, even though you selected him in the 4th round, he's got to help from day 1.
It's true. It's a little bit of a risky position, isn't it? It's a little bit of a risky position. Some pretty good receivers in the South as well.
You went and signed, obviously, Justin Reed at the safety position, but, you select Sinker in the 3rd round as well out of Vatech. Obviously, you still got Tyron there and Jordan Howden, somebody that you've liked in the past, but he's kind of gone in and out of the lineup. So I would actually kind of say the entire DB room
is what? Oh, it has to it's thin.
It's thin.
Yes, absolutely. And again though, so that potential weakness for this New Orleans Saints team, but my bigger takeaway as we're still so close to the draft is I actually like how they prioritized who they were going to select this year. And we'll see if it pays dividends. Again, the great hope is that you hit on another 06, you hit on another 17, one of those draft classes that sets you up to be good for years to come. But only time will tell. Coming up next, we're going to get into Derek Carr, as Jane Slater has some reporting to really kind of lay out exactly what's going on. Chris Landry says that opening was right on time. My son Max asked me exactly 1 minute prior what lightning was. Let's go, dude. There you go. Shout out Max. What's up, Max? You tell all your friends what it is. Remember, it's electrostatic discharge between the ground and the clouds, between 2 points of clouds. And remember, thunder is the sound of lightning created by the rapid expansion and collapse of the air around the path of the lightning. Okay? Tell all your friends. I guess it makes sense, too, why thunder rumbles for an extended time. Sometimes when you get, like, streaky, like those long streaks of lightning.
It's funny you said that, and it just thundered outside. Like, I felt that.
Yeah.
A little rumbling.
T-Bub did that.
I did. T-Zeus.
The lightning thief? You a lightning thief?
Did Zeus steal lightning?
No, I was talking about like Percy Jackson. He stole lightning. That's the whole Percy Jackson, the lightning thief.
Okay. I'm not 13 again, so I don't know Percy Jackson.
25, man.
Who stole fire from the gods?
Hades.
Apollo?
Nope. A good guess, though.
Yeah.
Nope.
Wasn't Apollo? Okay. Is it like a demigod?
It's a title of an alien movie.
Title of an alien movie. Prometheus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it was Prometheus.
No, well, yeah. He opened the Pandora's box or something like that.
Sure.
Anyway.
Taylor, you're not even going to guess?
I could be wrong. I asked that question like I know for sure. I was Prometheus.
I was going to guess.
Watch it actually be Hades.
Prometheus was totally my guess. We're going to stick with that. No, I have no idea.
Yeah, Prometheus.
There you go. There you go. Very confident.
Very
confident.
There we go. Yeah, and then after that, his punishment by Zeus was him being chained to a rock and having an eagle eat his liver daily.
Yep.
Oh,
that's rough.
Very brutal.
Seems like a rather unfortunate, circumstance.
Yeah,
you're in,
Zeus,
right?
relax, okay? Just wanted to stay warm. Freaking jerk. How about you stop impregnating human women?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Just come on, get it together.
Yeah, get yourself together.
Get yourself together. You got poor Hercules running around feeling like he don't know what's up, what's down, where he belongs.
Oh man, Hercules got it bad. Especially when we had to do that Atlas one. We had to hold the world on his back. That's brutal.
I don't know much about her. I don't know much about Hercules. Beyond that, I watched the cartoon recently with my kids. Really good cartoon. Really good cartoon, actually. I think the movie's good.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, when we get back,
they're making a live action. Sorry to cut you off.
Are they really?
Yeah.
A live action Disney Hercules or a just live action Hercules movie? I'm down for just a live action Hercules movie.
Find out.
I've tried
on the
that
other
a few
side.
times. Okay, let's
I
go
don't
to
know.
break. Derek Carr next.
Off the bench.
Go to Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. If you want to take your home to the next level with some hardy plank or vinyl siding, wood or vinyl windows, or any type of door, you want to use the experts at Tommy's. Now, Tommy has been in this game for nearly 30 years, guys. But after 20 years working for someone else, said, you know what? I want to do things differently for my customers and start my own company. And in the 8 years that Tommy's been around, they've taken home the Angie Service Award every single year because of their professionalism, integrity, dependability, and efficiency. So take your own next level. GoTommys.com.
When you go to the website, we tell you every single day, you can check out what they're doing for your neighbor here in the greater Baton Rouge area. You go check out those testimonials right there on the homepage. Check out a gallery of work that they've already done. But always remember, whatever you're looking for in your home, whatever custom job you want, they can get it done. Go to the website today, GoTommys.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
tiniest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Isaac, you're dumb. Get him. One more time, you know.
Very funny, all of us walking around singing this and not knowing what at least one piece of slang in this song was talking about.
I was old enough to know.
Right on time.
I was old enough to know exactly what my man was talking about.
See, I was old enough too, but we just didn't know at first. And then we learned. I felt like it was new slang at the time. Like, are you saying that you were using that word to refer to that before the song came out?
Yes.
I don't think we
people
were.
in the position meeting room that I was in the current time.
Okay.
Were using that. Yeah.
Okay, because I don't think we had ever heard it until the song.
You're probably.
No, I think I was in junior high school, something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I probably high school. And then one of my buddies, he named his World of Warcraft character Skeeta, which is great because he was an orc ranger, so he was like firing bows at people all the time. You know, you shooting ropes. Pew, pew, pew.
Okay.
Yeah. What a time. What a time.
What a time to be alive.
Unlike now, where you have to deal with Derek Carr being your Saints quarterback. But Jane Slater doing some great reporting on what the hell is going on with Derek Carr right now. And here are a few. I'm going to give you the high-level points, and then we're going to play an audio clip from Jane where she gets into, the idea of, is he checked out, right? Is he checked out? Is he giving the middle finger to the New Orleans Saints? But here are the highlights of what she reported. First, Carr has been to NOLA twice in recent weeks to meet with team doctors. I know, relax, save all your anger till later. Just giving the facts real quick, or the facts according to, obviously, the Derek Carr camp. Saying he's been to the New Orleans twice in recent weeks to meet with the team doctor. He believed he injured his shoulders against the Giants, which I've seen a lot of people clowning about. I don't think it's that hard to believe. If it is right, like when he leapt over, he came down on his wrist and his shoulder, whatever. Now, why is he only figuring out now? He says it's because he just started to ramp up his workload, right? That in the offseason up to this point, all he'd done is kind of soft toss with a few injured players, Alvin Kamara, and then now that he's really getting into throwing, he realizes it doesn't feel right. He does not want to have surgery on that arm because he's already had surgery on it, but he's still navigating that decision. And finally, decision expected to be made sooner rather than later. Before we get into Jane, audio clip, anything there that stands out to anybody?
Number one would definitely be the jump over the Giants game. First of all, you didn't have to do that. You're not Taysom Hill. That was.
But hold on. Don't get lost in the sauce here though, because we're not here to. We're not here to judge whether or not the jump was dumb on second down or whatever it was. Like, sure, it was dumb. That's not the point. Now, but I want to focus on his injury though. Are you calling into question whether he got hurt on that play?
No, he definitely got jacked up. Like you got jacked up. Like he definitely got jacked up on that play. But
what a
it was
crazy
avoidable.
Second down decision.
Yeah, like you didn't have to do that. That's not your game.
Whatever though. If you hate Derek Carr, you shouldn't be that upset about it because it's probably the thing that leads to him never playing for the Saints again.
Get the surgery. That's all I'm about to say. Get the surgery, brother. Do us all a service. Like do us all a service, man.
Exactly. Okay, so obviously Jordan's running hot, very emotional with this. Can't be trusted to comment on it. Anything else jump out from the reported alleged facts there?
I hate to say it, but it kind of matches up, right? I mean, timeline-wise and everything. Like, if the workload thing's legit, because, like, if I'm soft-tossing with somebody in the backyard, you're not exerting a ton of energy, right? But, like, when you ramp it up, I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Do you buy the workload ramp up, Jake? I mean, to my mind, I'm with Taylor. It kind of makes sense to me.
I mean, not really.
Why not?
If you have an injury like that, it typically is going to show up somewhat, no matter what you're doing, how light it is. You're going to feel it somehow, some way.
Yeah, that makes
like it's
sense.
not going to just be feeling greased up and ready to go. And then it's like, man, when I was throwing 10 yards, I didn't feel it. But when I was going to 20 yards, that's when it really. I mean, we've all had injuries. It's like, okay, I can throw it 10 yards and I'm not dying, but when I go 20 yards, it's worse. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like if I got a knee injury, man, I can jog. It hurts. I can jog, but I just can't sprint. Like I'm not saying that it didn't get worse, but you knew something was there. I don't care if you're throwing a football and you got a shoulder injury. You're a quarterback. Like you're gonna feel it.
Yeah, maybe he's doing like a plausible deniability situation where he knew something was there, but he also knows that this is a pretty good excuse. Where like again, we heard that. I'm like, okay, yeah, I think I buy that.
And so, or it's like, oh, that hurt, but not that bad, like Jake's talking about.
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh, this is probably manageable. Maybe it'll pass, and then it doesn't. And it gets worse. I mean, there's so many things.
All right, so now, and again, the thing that I remain most upset about is the beginning of a new era, Coach Teef, and he's nowhere to be found. And here's what Jane had to say about that sentiment.
Is Carr? Why isn't he around the building? It's a new coaching staff. Why isn't he contributing more? He is the face of the franchise. Well, it's my understanding that he has been down to New Orleans twice in the last few weeks. He has met with the team doctor at the facility. Now, it's unclear if he's met with Kellen Moore in person. I know that he and Kellen Moore have at least talked, but it doesn't sound like, and I've heard this because, living here in Dallas, I've got a lot of friends that are Saints fans. I know a lot of people in New Orleans. It was beginning to feel like maybe Carr was giving them the middle finger down there. It is my understanding, according to someone close to him, that that is not the case here. He is trying to figure out what makes the most sense for his shoulder, and he is in constant communication with Mickey Loomis, but it sounds like there's going to be a decision sooner rather than later. So that's all the update that I can give you. I wish that I had more, but that's more than we've had in the last couple of weeks, Tom.
So, source close to Carr, obviously David Carr, talking to Jane. They both work for NFL Network.
Back in the green room back there.
Here's the other thing, though. That just makes me even more angry and makes it more clear how checked out he is. Can't even confirm if he's met in person with Coach Teef?
Literally.
What's he doing?
Ooh,
and you just show up and go to see the doctor? You don't even go to see Teef?
That's an issue right there. They're saying, oh, he's showed up multiple times in New Orleans. Why are you showing up in New Orleans? Why are you not here all the time?
Yeah, sure, exactly.
Why do you not live here where you're playing on this
the
team?
Face of the franchise, not my face.
They're like, oh, well, he showed up multiple times. Does he just fly in and leave? Like, why is he not here all the time? You saw Tyler Shuck throwing with his teammates. Like, where's Derek?
Yeah, and that would bother me if I'm on this team. If you're hurt, you got to be there every single
especially
day.
If you're the quarterback. Especially
that's what I'm saying.
Alvin Kamara or something, man. And look, Kamara's proven the offseason. Whatever, he's earned that. He can do that thing. You ain't earned that. And you're the quarterback. Quarterback's just different. You have to be with the boys.
You're hurt. Sure, you have to stay there in the facility. You can now where you fly to. You don't fly into New Orleans and pop back out. No, you fly if you want to go see a specialist.
Yes,
go fly out.
Yes,
then you come back.
Yes,
then you fly out.
Yeah,
and then you come back. Like when you walk into a locker room, you got to know the quarterback's there at all times, right? When I was playing with Rivers, we'd walk in. Him and Gates are gonna be playing dominoes right there on the table as soon as we walk in.
Play the
right?
bones,
They're gonna be playing dominoes. He's gonna have it in his hand. He's gonna be talking trash. There's gonna be 3-4 people gathering around, and he's gonna be and slamming the every time he's gonna be right in the middle of the room. All right,
you little turd.
The thing with Peyton, you'd walk in with him, and Peyton would have his morning coffee. He'd have his hand in his pocket, and he'd walk to every section of the locker room and chat it up. Chop it up a little bit, bust you a little bit.
Just be ribbing.
Walk to the different
do a
sections.
Morning rib session on everybody around the
every little section of the locker room. He'd walk over, whatever you were doing, he'd have a one-liner. Oh, okay, and then keep walking. And he was a quarterback, and you knew he was going to be there, and he's integrated in the team. You weren't going to beat him in the building. You weren't going to leave, after him. He was going to be the first one in, last one out. And that's the role of that position. That's why you get paid $45+ million per year. You don't get paid to pop in and out. I don't care. If you're hurt, that happens. Ish happens in the NFL with injuries.
Yeah.
But I should know that you're flying out to go see somebody, not flying in to come check in for 2 seconds and then fly back out.
Again,
it's too far down the road. If I'm on that team, it's too far down the road. Hey, bud. Hey, we moved on.
Yeah.
Spencer's here.
See, I was just
Tyler Shuck's here.
They just have to
even Jay
avoid-
Kaner's here doing photo shoots in the corner.
I'm about to say, so as a locker room, does that make it easier to rally around these new young quarterbacks than when Carr, was around? Because Rattler and Shucks is here, like you said, and Carr is, being a mega church pastor in Vegas and all that, whatever he's doing, Carr reviews. So, does that make it easier for a locker room to be like, all right, we're going to rally around these guys, forget you, man. We, like you said, we moved on. We moved past that.
I mean, I think you want to rally around them, but you got to hope they're good. What's the feeling, Jake? Now, you only play with great quarterbacks, but I wonder what the feeling is when you know you have a bad one.
Yeah,
look. And you're like, okay, guys, everybody put out good film because a lot of us are getting cut.
Yes.
This season's not going to go well. And we all got to look out for ourselves. Good luck, guys. I'll see you on the other side.
I am very spoiled. I've gone down the list before. I'll do it again. My first quarterback in high school, Brock Berlin, went to Florida and then Miami. My second quarterback, Brent Rawls, went to Oklahoma. My third quarterback, John David Booty, went to USC. My quarterback at LSU, Jamarcus Russell, number one pick. Matt Flynn, played 10 years in the league. And then I went to PR-17 and the Sheriff.
Good God.
Those are the quarterbacks since I was in high school. So very spoiled. Don't know bad quarterback play. But I do know. But also, with that being said,
that's actually a crazy.
I know what it looks like. I know what great quarterback play looks like. I know what the responsibility of that position looks like. And somebody mentioned, I think it was Gulf South, said Drew Brees didn't live in NOLA in the offseason. He didn't. He lived in San Diego. But as soon as they said, be back on this day.
Yeah, he was there for the whole offseason.
He was there, and then he didn't leave.
Yeah.
When he lived in San Diego during the offseason, look, I came back to Baton Rouge during the offseason.
Yeah.
Offseason. It was
it's a few months.
It was 6 weeks, 7 weeks.
Yeah, there you go.
Back then. 6-7 weeks, you'd come back and you'd visit family. And then you go back and you don't leave until June. And you come back for a little bit, and then you go back.
Yeah.
In July.
That's you get that break between is it mini camp and training camp? Yeah.
Yeah, you get a little that's your last hey,
OTAs.
You get 3 weeks. Hey, go get it out of your system because once you come back,
And also, Breeze would also meet up with the receivers somewhere, even in
He'd
that
fly
period.
them out. We'd fly them out to San
there.
Diego.
Yeah. And then would Manning do the same thing?
Yeah.
Weren't they always doing it like Duke or somewhere?
He'd go to Duke, and then he'd ask us all to come to Manning Passing Academy down in Thibodeau.
Okay, there you go.
So me, Jacob Tammy, Wes Welker, Decker, DT, we all went down to Thibodeau, and we would throw with Peyton, but also throw with the college quarterbacks there too.
Decker.
Yeah.
He looked good naked?
Hairy. He's a hairy son of a gun.
Really?
Yeah, he's a hairy son of a gun.
That's pretty cool, actually, because I always think of him as being pretty manly. So, that actually
He's got lumberjack, you know?
Oh, sick. Wow. More attractive than I thought.
Crazy question, man.
Not
from T-Mod.
No, this tracks.
Not you, Derek Carr. You're probably like a lizard. You know, just hairless.
There's no doubt.
And slimy.
There's no doubt.
Is he easily like the most hated Saints player that y'all can remember?
Eli Apple.
Yeah.
Oh,
Eli's up
God.
there.
Actually,
Eli's up there.
Eli Apple. Still, I'm going to say Apple because it's very easy to become hated as a quarterback.
Yeah.
It is actively tough to be as disliked as a corner as Eli Apple was. Like
he also stepped on an ant pile with it, like by dissing the city. He's like, "Oh
Yeah, all
man,
the
the
time.
food sucks. Them people are bumpkins." Like he brought upon himself and being trash.
Annie, if you're listening though, I still love you, boo.
Oh my God.
I still love you, Annie. I know you don't like me, but I love you.
Brandon
Browner.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Jarius Bird.
Carr
maybe.
definitely shaves his body hair. Scott's right.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Without doubt.
He's got a slip and slide on his legs. There ain't a hair in sight. Not one.
What are you freaking swimmer?
I bet he shaves his arms.
Get out of here. Oh, sad state of affairs. More OTB coming up next.
Off the bench.
Go to All-Star Toyota, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com. All-Star Toyota. Baton Rouge. You're going to buy a Toyota certified used vehicle? Well, guess what? You're going to get a great price because it's used, but you heard that Toyota certified used vehicle. That means you still get great warranty coverage, right? Make the ownership portion that a little easier, a little cheaper, bring in a good service, starting over your wallet. Feels pretty good, guys. Or if you want to buy brand new, we've got great deals going down. As always, you can check them out at allstartoyotabatonrouge.com. You can actually custom order right there from the website. But you want a big old truck like a Tundra, you want a minivan, maybe you want to lease a Camry like I did for years. It's all there. Your answers at All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge.
Go to the website today. It is May the 7th. And so summer vacations are right around the corner. 3 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe even 2 weeks away. But it is okay because you still got time to rent a Toyota. Per day rental prices, everything is available. Call Miss Lisa Sessions today in that rental department. Go check out what they have available, which is something for every single occasion over at All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioneer Andrews Institute. Long live you.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Yeah. Shady. Aftermath.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Get it cracking in the club when you hit it. Drop it like it's hot. Get the work in that back. Go shake that thing.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back. Smack.
Welcome back, OTB. Forgot we teased.
Most hated.
What's that? Oh,
we were talking about most hated.
I saw a name on there that I don't remember. Like, I don't remember how it ended. I just remember being excited that it was happening because the Saints just, outside of the early 90s when your dad and the Dome Patrol had a run, like, there wasn't a lot to cheer for. But I put it into Google, just quick, most hated Saints player of all time.
What did Gemini say? What did our robot overlord say?
Aaron Brooks.
I see. To me, that's what I'm talking about.
To me, that makes sense.
No, but to me, that's what I'm talking about. Where it's just
I remember like being like, oh my gosh, like we can throw a forward pass.
Quarterback's just so easy to get hated on. Aaron Brooks raised the level of expectation by winning that playoff game and playing so well, and then
first one ever.
Yeah, so then you fall short of that, and like people get more angry, right? So
It says turnovers and facial expressions. Fans grew increasingly frustrated with his inconsistent play, especially the turnovers. What made it worse for many was his tendency to smile or laugh after mistakes, which was perceived as careless.
I do remember people complaining about that, but no, I think age has been kind to Derrick Brooks, right?
Aaron Brooks.
What did I say, Derrick Brooks?
Yeah, Derrick Brooks.
Derrick Brooks is.
Saints fans probably don't like him either, though, because he's a buck.
But no, I think it's like the prequels, brutal. Right? It's like the prequels. At the time, I think there was a lot of Aaron Brooks frustration, but now people look back fondly. Yeah. Nobody will ever look back fondly on Carr. Nobody will ever look back fondly on
Jared Cook.
Junior Gillette.
Jared Cook. When he fumbled the ball.
Oh, the tight end.
He fumbled the ball in Drew Brees' last game.
He was big. Right. He was a big signing.
Oh, that's
I remember everybody.
Yeah, but Jared Cook was liked
Cook.
before that. That's one moment. That's like Marcus Williams, right? Like, I'm not going to say you're most hated for having a bad moment.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Jared Cook was good before that.
Davenport for sure. Marcus Davenport.
Yeah.
When I started playing football with my Saints buddies and everything, they all hated Aaron Brooks. So to me, it makes sense. But I mean, again, that was one small group.
Time has healed that.
Yes.
Time has healed
that. I hadn't even thought of Aaron Brooks in a long time.
Hour 2 next.
Off the Bench.
K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. Rah! Go to K to Z, baby, and take your home to the next level. Brandon Barton's team is going to take advantage of his 30 years of experience, guys. He's got his 10,000 hours. And it's complimentary estimate, complimentary installation when you work with K to Z. And I don't care if it's a starter home or the home of your dreams. We have options to get your home to the next level because what ties the room together? Sorry, dude, it's not a rug. It's the correct drapery, blinds, shades. Maybe get some drop-down exterior shading for outside. K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living.
Yeah, go to the website today, and then you can see what they can do for you. But we always encourage you have them come out and let them show you what they can do in your space because they're going to see your space, know your space, learn your space, know it better than you. That number is 225-791-1220. Give them a call. Kind of just give them an idea of what you've got going on. And again, Brandon and the team going to come out and know exactly what you need. KTOZBlinds.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Wednesday, May 7th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect rainy skies with a high of 78 in hour 2 of today's show. We'll take a dive into the NBA playoffs, and we'll talk some LSU football as well. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome in. OTB. T-Bob Jake, Jordan, Tay-Tay hanging out with you today. And I got a stat of the day. This is the stat of the day. This is wild, y'all. So, what? What are you giggling about? Taylor? What are you giggling about back there?
That was Jordan giggling, not me.
Okay. What are you giggling about?
He's laughing that him and Jake are both Taurus.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
That's my long
mentioned
lost.
it's Jake's birthday, and
Yeah.
Jordan immediately says, "Oh, my fellow Taurus," and it's like, "Oh my God, dude!"
We needed that. We bonded.
What it takes to get laid at 25 now? How times have changed.
I wouldn't say that, but no, it's good to see a brother
What's
from
your
another
sign?
mother. Yeah. What are you?
You know,
when's your
birthday?
birthday?
You asked me, "What's your
He's
sign?"
February.
No, when's your birthday?
It's
February.
February.
Early
That's my
February.
Early February.
Early
yeah.
February. You might be a
You ruined my stop joke, so I'm even more mad at you now.
Like a
What?
Pisces or something.
I'm an Aquarius, you idiot. I don't know what the hell that means, and I don't care what it means. My life, what did they say in Shakespeare? I defy thee, stars. I will not be controlled by your horoscopes and witchcraft, Jordan.
Yeah.
Where did you learn to be beholden to such a corrupt religion? Who infected your brain with this nonsense?
The Holy Cross Tigers.
Was it Cheryl? Teresa? Perhaps it was Lindsay.
Who taught? Like, what got you into horoscopes?
Well, back in college, it was very easy. If
Back,
you just knew,
back 2 years ago.
Wait, okay, hold on. Finish the statement. Be honest.
I'm being very honest. So back in college, right, it was always an easy conversation starter just to know when, like, let's say like her birthday was in, I don't know, September or something. Oh, you're a Virgo?
Okay.
No. Then you hit him with this. I don't like Virgos. Oh, what? You don't like Virgos?
So again, guys,
boom, got him. Just like that.
You would think I'd get tired of being right, but like,
whoa,
exactly. So you're sitting here telling me that's not the case, but no, I was exactly right.
Hey, man.
You did it to try to get laid.
Hey,
and the fact that he knows like what month is what sign and everything, because he's listed about 5.
Well, yeah, you
Jordan's
gotta
gone
study.
to this.
I
Jordan's gone to this.
don't know. I don't know signs at all.
I know my own. That's it.
I know you're February 9th.
Yep.
I know you're.
I don't know how the hell you have that locked down.
I know you're 9/11. Jordan, sorry, I don't know yours yet.
April 29th.
Okay, April 29th. Now, I know you just had it because I remember telling you because
He's
you
a
were.
fellow
Happy
Virgin.
birthday. Yeah.
Oh, no, Taurus.
Okay, but anyway.
That's one thing I'm not a fellow.
Listen, nobody questions the coach for running a touchdown play. Just because it scores a touchdown, now we're going to go away from it? No, we'll keep running this play.
I'm just laughing in that you tried to act like that wasn't why you did it. It was exactly why you did it.
It's more about, hey, man, if the 4 vert's going to score the touchdown, we're going to go score the touchdown.
Yeah,
why are you going to play around with it?
Make him stop it.
Yeah, stop it.
I don't know if
I like that you've gone
astrological
full,
signs are 4 verts.
What's 4 verts? I'm telling you.
It seems like, I mean, again, it seems like it might be. Like when
4
Breeze
verts
running,
is more of like.
when Breeze is running 4 verts back in the day, and he's always finding the holes
back
in the
shoulder,
zone.
back
4 verts is more of like.
Seattle's what we used to call that concept.
Yeah, the astrological sign.
Seattle.
The astrological sign's like a slip screen where you just happen to get really good blocking in front of you and took it all the way.
I don't know. It seems pretty common. It seems like a pretty common play, like 4 verts. Like, I don't know. I didn't make it up that's why Jordan did it. I've heard a bunch of guys say similar things.
Hey.
Wasn't it Devin? Devin was one actually who originally told us about this.
Same, great minds think alike, dog.
Yeah,
See,
exactly.
That's why me and him, I'm about to say.
Where is Devin? Speaking of Devin and his sayings, you couldn't find him with a search warrant recently.
Yeah. We've been I don't. Oh, you know what? You know what it is? I think it's because I keep missing Monday.
Yeah.
I was out was I in this one? No, I don't know.
You were in this Monday.
I was in this Monday.
Last Monday I hosted and Dev came on.
Okay, yeah, it's been a few Mondays in a row. I feel like there were 2 or 3 Mondays where I wasn't there, so we missed him.
Yeah,
but
there was a Monday that I was hosting. You were out, and then we reached out to Dev, and he couldn't come on. Yeah. So it's been like.
And look, Devin's popping off. So sometimes he's got meetings and stuff.
That's not, okay.
What?
Right.
Dance with the guy who got you.
Yeah, you don't forget about the people that had you on every single Monday.
Yeah. No, Dev look, if there is
good
one
people,
person,
man. Trust me, he's good people.
If there is if there is one person who will never forget where he came
it's
from,
Devin.
Yeah,
it is Dev.
Oh yeah,
that man is a man of principle to a fault. Like sometimes I'm like, Dev, you should probably chill. Like you should back off your principles. Dude, take the money.
T-Bob, I say the same thing, dog. No, hey, and then he'll hit you with the
T-Bob answer.
Don't hate it.
Screw everybody. What are you doing?
No, then he'll be like, listen, man, the money gonna come back eventually. Like you gotta respect your morals. You can't just go ahead and
your body.
Yeah, that's how it be. He'll be like, listen, you're gonna understand it in the future, man. You just gotta. Just because the money's there, all money's not good money. Like, you gotta be able to play.
To Devin's point, though, I do think there are some early deals that if he would have taken, would have not been good long term. And now, that belief in him, it's starting to pay off. So I mean, no, I just wanted to highlight, yes, he's very principled.
Oh, look.
Very principled.
At one point, T-Bob, we was making money. He'd just give you in cash. Now we get checks. So it's like,
damn,
let's
go.
Yeah, we get the whole DeMayo checks.
Let's
you
go.
get checks. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
All right.
Used to be money.
Damn, official.
Yeah. Hold DeMayo LLC. Get
Hold
your nice
the
little
mail,
check.
LLC, baby. Wait, did I ever give the stat, or did we get so distracted by Jordan trying to get laid?
You have not given the stat.
Yeah, what's the stat?
Oh, by the way, I also love that you went full pickup artist with it, and you parlay the horoscope into an immediate negging.
Yeah.
Which is like, I mean, y'all don't know about the pickup artist, but that is just like manipulation 101 right there. The old treat him like dirt, they stick to you like mud.
Yeah,
theory.
we did a whole segment on it one time.
If you are a young woman or man listening to
Young
this, and somebody tries
Nice
to
demographic.
hit you with that crap, do not give in to your lizard brain instincts, okay? Your defensive instincts are going to tell you, like, oh, I'm a little like a little intrigued now maybe, or like, why did he say that? Like, blah, blah.
Yeah.
No. F that guy. That's an F-boy through and through, okay? You want no part of that. Go with an actual sincere person that cares about you, not Jordan, who only asks you your sign to literally just to insult you a second later to try to attract you. Okay? There's the playbook, guys. Be aware. Do not give in.
We'll call it audible. We'll make adjustments.
It's fine.
We'll go review
Good
the
luck.
iPad. We'll bring the iPad
If I
out.
can stop one young man or woman from falling into that trap, then I've done my job. Now, if you want to, go ahead. Do your thing.
See,
if you want to, go ahead.
This is like trying to ban the tush push.
But don't
You see
don't
this?
get manipulated.
You're trying to ban the tush push. I can't get with that, man.
I actually am here. In this case, I am.
You're
'Cause
trying
it's
to
an
ban the tush
exploit.
push.
It's an exploit. And too many teams are using it. The difference is the tush push is still only one.
I can't believe this.
So Jamal Collier has a stat. It says, what a stat from ESPN Research since 1997 and 1998, the 97-98 season. Teams in the playoffs, when trailing by 7 or more in the final minute of the fourth quarter or overtime, those teams are 3 wins and 1,640 losses. Incredibly, the Pacers this postseason have 2 of the 3 wins.
Oh, wow.
So 3 and 1,640, and 2 of the wins have come from the same team in the same postseason. Absolutely insane.
That's
That's the stat
mind-blowing.
of the day.
The Pacers do have a feel of a team that it doesn't matter what happens, it doesn't matter how well you play, it is their year to make the run.
Yeah, they seem like it, man. Especially and then Cleveland's injuries just doing him in the end here. I'm kind of thinking, well, actually, what happened in the T-Wolves game last night? I didn't watch.
I mean, they didn't show up.
lost.
They
Yeah,
didn't show
Warriors.
up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Warriors jumped on them. Actually, it was like kind of a low-scoring affair. I mean, it was kind of a rock fight.
Yeah.
The Warriors are at their best when their defense is good. They were great on
T-Bob,
defensively. They
I'd
were
be
winning all
even
those
better.
championships.
Curry only played the first quarter.
Yeah, he didn't play.
Ooh.
Hamstring. He might be cooked.
Well, if he's cooked, then the T-Wolves
Well,
are
he
probably
is
fine.
Chef Curry, so.
True.
Oh, yeah. So, but it was, just say
99
like
to
this.
88 was the final.
Timberwolves they couldn't hit a ball in the ocean at this point. They can't hit a shot. They didn't hit a shot in Game 7 versus the Lakers. Like, they still haven't been able to hit a shot. Steph Curry, hamstring turns into a brisket. Jimmy Butler kind of carries him a little bit. Draymond's over here hitting threes from the parking lot.
But he healed.
Wait, Draymond hit threes again?
Oh, what?
It's been many years.
He shot 10 last night.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
So Draymond somehow reached back in time. Because remember, that was the crazy thing about the lineup of doom was Draymond was like a 40% three-point shooter for
He
that
shot
1 or 2 years.
40% last night. 4
So,
of 10.
and then he completely lost it. It's one of the most odd things I've ever seen where a person just lost a skill set that he had on a professional level.
Yeah.
And so he just somehow found it again for a night?
He was spraying it, man.
Just a magic night?
Yeah.
Yeah. When they needed it most.
Unbelievable.
No Curry.
Buddy Hield, again, 24 points, 5 of 8 from beyond the arc. That's back-to-back playoff games where he's gone off.
As
Former Pelican, of course.
I was listening to Stu Gatz the other day, and he said, finally yielding dividends. There you go, dude. Buddy, continuing to yield dividends.
Going back to Pacers, Cavs. I was telling you this during break. Like, okay, everyone's going to say, well, Cleveland's so banged up. That's fine. With 57 seconds left, not only did the Pacers score 8 points in the last minute, Cleveland did not attempt a shot.
God, that's a choke
Did
job.
not take a shot in the last minute.
That's a choke job.
And then all this talk about Halliburton. Yeah, guess what he did in the last 15 seconds of this game? He makes his free throws to make it 119, 117. Misses the second free throw, gets an offensive rebound, steps back for a 24-foot jumper to sink a three to win it 120 to 119 with a second left. That's what Tyrese Halliburton is doing in the playoffs.
Could Halliburton be beating the allegations and making that dumbass poll look any dumber?
It was never true.
For those who don't know, we're referencing Tyrese Halliburton based on in the Player Haters Ball Hating Poll of 2024-5. Was voted as by his peers the most overrated player in the NBA.
Yeah.
Well, and you were talking about, hey, are the Pacers going to make a run? They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals with Halliburton last year.
Yeah, it's like the T-Wolves in that sense. T-Wolves just made it to the West.
And then you're going to say, well, Halliburton's Halliburton's one of the most underrated players in the league. He's been great all playoffs. He was great last year.
Yeah. So, hate.
And when he hit the game-winning shot last night, he hit the big ball celebration.
Yeah.
What's the big ball celebration like this? Like juggling his balls?
The Pedro Serrano, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Like marbles. Yeah.
Serrano and was Tanaka.
Yeah.
Tanaka, Asian guy.
Yeah.
When I think about big balls, I think about the episode of South Park.
Where he's got in the wheelbarrow.
Yeah, where they're microwaving their balls so they can get medicinal marijuana.
Yeah.
And they're bouncing around, which is such a
Buffalo
funny.
soldier.
Such a funny. And they're sitting around bouncing on their testicles everywhere.
Man.
Oh, man.
Now, gosh, if the Cavs could have stole that game,
Yeah.
when you're missing Darius Garland, he was out with a toe injury. DeAndre Hunter was out with a thumb. Evan Mobley, who's
like the second
defensive
best player
player of the year in the NBA,
Any
sprained
relation
ankle.
to Katina?
That's a good question. Lefty, right? From Rhode Island and, of course, long NBA.
Don't even really remember. I just remember Katino
Yeah,
Mobley.
Wasn't it
Katino's a
Mobley
good first name.
and Lamar Odom at Rhode Island together?
Yeah, I think so.
What?
And then Mobley played for the Magic for a while.
He played for lots of teams.
Anyway, I'm sorry. My brain just distracted us. So, yes, to steal one with all those injuries.
Yeah. It's right there. Like, you had it.
You had it.
And without three starters,
Your second, third, and fourth leading scorers.
you were about to take a game. Ooh, that series might be over.
And the way you lost. Because again, the way you lost, like when you found out those three guys were out, I fully expected the Pacers to win this game.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that kind of collapse where you don't take a shot and you lose on an 8-0 run with 57 seconds left. Did not take a shot.
No, that's bad. That's bad.
And honestly, Donovan Mitchell was good. He had 48.
Can't do much more than that. Spider. Except for score at the end.
Yeah. And then he was in the beginning of the game, the crowd was chanting overrated, and Donovan Mitchell's like, quiet down, quiet down.
They were chanting overrated.
On Tyrese?
Towards Tyrese, the Pacers in general. And like Mitchell knew he was trying to quiet down the crowd. He's like, don't do it.
That's interesting. If you're Mitchell there, you can't quiet down the crowd.
Can't do it.
Because you're showing a little bit too much weakness.
Well,
you gotta let the crowd do their thing and just be like, God, come on, y'all.
And then Halliburton step back three to win it.
Yeah. All right, when we get back, we got a few things to get to here. Joel Klatt, loving him, some Garrett Nussmeier. We got a Cowboys trade to talk about. Some college football topics as well. Keep it locked here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Go to Pelican Roofing, pelicanroof.com, pelicanroof.com. You go to Pelican Roofing today, and you work with South Louisiana's premier roofing experts. And, there's a decade of proof in the pudding, if you will, to prove that. From humble beginnings to now an industry leader, they've done over 7,000 roofs over the last decade and amassed over 500 five-star reviews. How do you do that? Because every single customer feels that dedication, right? The employees that they have at every single step, from answering the phone to the project manager site, all the way through cleanup, to make sure your job is done correctly and efficiently, and that you are involved in the process as much as you want to be. Go to pelicanroof.com today.
Yeah, that's in Baton Rouge and Lafayette. Offices in both Baton Rouge and Lafayette. They're going to be there in the local community doing things throughout the year, and they're also, of course, going to be able to help you with your roofing needs. commercial, residential. And we always talk about the incredible tool they have, the instant quote tool that's still right there, top right corner of their website. It's going to pull up, put your address in, going to give you an exact quote kind of right there on the website, right at that moment, pelicanroof.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Hey, Dirty, what? Look at that girl right there. She make me say, boom, boom, yeah, boom, ain't do what you do. I like the way you do that right there, right there.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
I like the way you look in them pants, yeah, you're fine. Lil' mama a quarter piece, she far from a dime. The type of girl that'll get you up and go make you grind. I'm thinking about snatching her up, dirty, making her mine. Look at her hips, look at her legs, ain't she stacked? I sure wouldn't mind hitting that from the back. I like it when I touch her cause she moan a little bit. Chain sagging so I can see her thong a little bit. I know you grown a little bit, 20 years old, you legal. Don't trip off my people, just hop in the Regal. I swooped on her like an eagle.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. All right, so a few different directions we could go here. But I think the direction I most want to go is one the chat's telling me about. There's a video of Cam Jordan and Trey Murphy hanging out that I'm supposed to watch.
Yeah, they was playing in the snow.
You don't need it with sound.
They was playing in the snow.
Okay. So it looks like a giant party bus here. Okay, that's one woman, two women, three women, four women. That's a fifth attractive blonde. 6, our first brunette. 7, another brunette. There's Trey Murphy. Okay.
And Cam Jordan.
And there's Cam. And is that Cam's?
No.
No. That's another blonde woman.
A gentleman, though, helped her down.
Is that Big Faith?
Oh, is
that Kalen Saunders?
Got y'all.
What? Oh, that's Devon?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so what we just witnessed was Trey, Cam, Devon. And now Devon looked like he was with his old lady, though.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's EJ's neighbor.
Devon?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, couple observations. Those are very attractive women getting out of that limo.
Yeah, it's they need some coats, a little snowy outside.
There's a positive ratio if you're a male looking to do what Jordan seemingly enjoys and Taylor as well.
Yeah. What's your
sign?
Yeah, what's your sign? Look like a Libra, baby.
Oh, I hate those.
Ooh, I'm wondering, how's Cam going to explain this one, man?
Well, I mean, it really ain't nothing to explain. You just hopped out of a Sprinter van, fully coated up, 20 degrees outside, snowing in Miami. I've never seen that.
What do you mean Trey invited all of them, Tebow?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, man, I just saw earlier, I think today, Cam posting him and his old lady, like, who needs the Met Gala when you're at a wedding?
Yeah,
because who just got married on the Saints?
Foskey
just got married.
Isaiah Foskey.
And it's
wow.
Cam and his wife, and
Deep
it's
pool.
so cute, and they're adorable.
Yeah. But, sometimes.
But, I mean, getting out the Sprinter, helping the girl down. I mean, again, I don't know.
Was that not his wife? I have no idea.
No, it's definitely not his wife.
No, this is his
not
wife.
his wife. Yeah.
Definitely wasn't his wife.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
I thought it was you for a second. Oh, baby, Trey.
Yeah,
Trey's
didn't
crazy.
worry about Trey.
Trey does that all the time.
Old Trey.
He's
You know
young.
Trey. You know
He's
Trey.
young, dude.
But my question is, how did Cam and Trey link up? Like, this is a crazy link up.
I mean, they're both in New Orleans.
No, they're the same building.
No, bro. He goes to
literally
and
like
Cam,
the Pelican Saints share that building.
Yeah,
but
and
it's
Cam's in at those games all the time.
Yeah, but it's like, what made them want to go to the snowy mountains? They could have went to the beach. But they wanted to go frolic in the snow. That's where I'm just trying to figure that part out.
I think that Trey can just do whatever he wants that night.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like a 6'10" multimillionaire who's only going to amass hundreds of more millions playing basketball.
Yeah. He's a professional
very young.
athlete.
He's like 22 or 23. He's good looking. Like, I think Trey could play in the snow, the sand,
wherever you want to play.
Grass. Wherever he wants to.
Yeah.
Whatever he wants to do. Mermaids, Atlantis, porpoises, porpoise. The world is Trey Murphy's oyster. Oysters. He can play there.
Yeah, oysters.
He can do whatever he wants. That said, it does seem like he had a particular type for the night.
Yeah, man.
Because those all looked like the same woman.
Yeah.
I kind of like. I had to watch it twice to be like,
It looked
is
like
this
an
just
AI
a loop?
video.
Is this just a loop?
Yes, it looked like an AI video of just multiples of the same women.
I mean, look.
Because they were all kind of wearing the same thing too. It was just it was very confusing.
Can we run the footage back one more time? Can we run the footage back?
Yeah, Greg Lamont just says 24, 6'8". Yeah, he's 24 years old, 6'8". It has millions of dollars.
Who's this guy?
I don't know.
Wait, go back.
Watch. He
There is
sneaks
a third.
in.
There it is true. There is a
Hang
third
on.
male that gets out of the car.
He sneaks
gets out of the
in
Sprinter van
after
first.
the first girl. He just kind of sneaks in. Look,
He definitely has a girl there. He's trying to hide
who's
her.
that guy?
Maybe Trey's partner. I don't know. He looks tall.
It's
I
a
don't know,
Derek
he looks
Carr.
NBA tall.
No, he's hanging out with teammates. It's not Derek Carr.
Facts. He's not at a church right now, giving a sermon. Okay, let's
So this
see.
is in Miami?
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly. It's
Is
in Miami,
it?
but it's snowing. I just cannot believe this.
Right.
I just can't.
There's
Like
Trey.
Devon lives in Miami, so that would make sense.
Okay, so there's Cam.
Hey, been a gentleman.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Trey
Devon right
did
there.
get it. Okay. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go to bat for Cam here real quick. Watch the difference of these two guys getting out of the van. Okay.
Yeah, Cam definitely approaches like a gentleman. The other
Trey's
dudes are definitely
watch. Trey's feeling himself a little bit. Watch
I
this.
can see Trey rubbing his hands together.
Yeah, look, watch
time it
Trey. Watch the confidence of him getting out.
Yeah.
Like he's looking out. He's like, yeah.
Is there anything better though than the walking into the club feeling? Like, look at Cam, kind of chest puff, like head back. You trying to look good. You kind of know everybody's looking at you. Oh man.
Hey,
Oh man.
ain't nothing wrong with a little snow, man. It's okay. It's all right. It's just Cam should have had like a hat on or something, like a big,
Everybody do your thing.
Something, man.
No, for sure. I just think, that's just a tough
look.
It's a tough look to explain to the wife.
Tough look.
Maybe she was already in the club. Maybe they're meeting up with her, right? Like,
Maybe.
that's fine. Like, there's a million things.
Or they could be,
look,
this could be a charity event. We don't know that.
Yeah, they may
We
not
don't
even
know
be
that.
going to a club, guys, okay?
You don't know.
There's a lot of other things to do in Miami.
I'm going to say I feel confident they were going to a club, but yes, I understand. I understand what you're saying there.
Hey, man, this could be a non-profit event. You never know. Like, this could be.
It feels like there's some profits at the end.
What I say, you never know, man.
Cui bono. Who benefits?
Yeah.
Or cui boner.
Hey, when you're on them slopes, gotta wear a jacket.
Is that a double black diamond? No way. You can ride that? Impressive.
Dude, I'm happy that this is the real film review going on. Like, forget reviewing some type of what type of down block it is.
Exactly.
I'm not trying to see that, man.
Matt may not be in, but in honor of flustering, here you go.
Perfect.
Who's in more trouble?
Cam
or who?
No. Cam or Dirk after the Rooks video?
Cam.
Gotta be Cam.
Cam, right?
Gotta be Cam, right? Because Dirk's still, they have a show together. They're working together.
Well, yeah. Like, she's a reporter. It's also only one woman, not 12.
Okay, that's a great point. That's a great point.
I'm going to say easily
Yes.
Cam here.
Yes, that's a great point, Taylor. That's actually a great point.
I just still love thinking about Dirk's
Taylor's
wife being like, "Oh, she's funny."
Yeah.
Tell me what she said. Yeah, tell me how she's funny. What'd she say? I want to hear it. I want to laugh too.
I want to laugh too. I want to hear a joke. Since there's no way to transition out of this and we're playing videos, I do want to play a video of former LSU baseball player, former Catholic High baseball player Josh Smith, who never had a doubt, T-Bob. You need to watch this when this line drive was hit to him.
It ended it. See that line drive by Rafaela Smith over there playing with a glove, probably a little bit bigger than he's used to. Maybe didn't even feel it go in. He's still looking for it.
Wait, what?
Looks in the glove. Play that ended it.
How
is that line drive by Rafaela Smith over there playing with a glove, probably a little bit bigger than he's used to. Maybe didn't even feel it go in. He's still looking for it.
So that's insane to me because, like, how could you catch a ball in the air, hit that hard, and not even feel it in your glove?
And like he jumped forward and everything. Like, it looked intentional, and then he just lost it.
That is, he made the play. He made the play. Just thought he did
looking for the ball, thinking it's somewhere on the ground.
It does look like it. It must have hit you. It's so in the.
It looks like
netting.
it hits him kind of in the palm and starts to go up the glove.
That makes sense. And like maybe
he
he thought it
maybe
like
it fell
bounced out.
Yeah, but everybody in Little League used to have the one you'd hit a hard hit and the guy would just put his glove up and happen to catch it. Look what I found.
Yeah.
It happens in the major league level too. So, and he doesn't play first. He's an ultimate utility man. More obviously of a third baseman, going to have, like the announcer said, a smaller glove. He's got this huge mitt, but still to be on the big league level and not know you call it a line drive.
Yeah.
All right, more OTB coming up next. Keep it locked.
Off the bench.
Go to Trash Rangers, trashrangers.com, trashrangers.com. Trash Rangers there for you when you need them. You need reliable and hassle-free trash removal services here in South Louisiana. You want to go to Trash Rangers. Why choose Trash Rangers? They're your neighbors. They don't take the profits out of state while keeping the trash here. Those profits go back into the community through your churches, to your community, your Little League teams, whatnot, stuff like that. Also, it's just a better level of service, right? They text you the night before. It's your pickup day, so you never get to put your cans out again. And if you're a business anywhere in the listening area, and you need front load dumpsters emptied 1 to 6 times a week, we understand the very needs of business, being one ourselves, and we are there to serve your needs. TrashRangers.com.
Yep, go to that website today, and you can sign up for everything. We always tell you, it's like right there at the bottom portion of the website, residential, commercial, but also roll-off dumpsters, 3 different sizes to choose from. Now, you can find that information online at TrashRangers.com, but if you're not quite sure what size you need, call them. They're going to make sure you have the right size at your project, home, or business. 225-363-9053.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, Ice Cubes.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team color, team swag, and now your very own website, LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net, powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
How quickly will this segment leave the rails? It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
When the pimp's in the crib, ma, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. When the pigs try to get at you, park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. And if a get an attitude, pop it like it's hot.
Are we gonna play?
Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back. Sneak.
Ooh, hadn't heard this in a
See these
second.
ice creams.
Yeah.
Is he talking about all the vanilla scoops getting out
Baskin
the car?
Robbins. Yeah. 31 flavors, right? 31? Baskin Robbins?
Is that what they called that van? The Trey and Cam had?
That was kind of one flavor.
Yeah, just 31 times.
Just vanilla. Straight. Look, I love a good vanilla.
You do. You do.
Tasty vanilla?
You
do. All right, so where should we go next? Let's do I want to hear this Joel Klatt audio that you got for me, Taylor. Joel Klatt released his post-spring top 25. I believe he had LSU at 7, Clemson 5, so.
Yeah, 247
Again,
did
guys,
theirs.
gonna
They
be
had
incredible.
Clemson at 4, LSU at 9. Yeah.
Yeah, again, going to be an incredible matchup. But do I need to keep vamping? Can we play the clip? Oh, okay, cool. Here's Joel Klatt talking about Garrett Nussmeier.
Garrett Nussmeier is going to be one of the top picks in the NFL draft. I believe in him. Second year as a starter, 5th in the program. He sat behind Jaden Daniels. He's seen it done at a high level.
You know what's funny about that? First off, and we can listen to it again because it's very short, but I got distracted because have you noticed that a lot of people just fall into Mel Kiper rhythm?
That sounded just like Mel. That was my exact thought.
Hold on. Play it again. Let me close my eyes because I think I was looking at his picture. I wasn't really paying attention.
Not his
Right.
voice sound, but the rhythm.
though.
Listen to the rhythm.
Garrett Nussmeier is going to be one of the top picks in the NFL draft. I believe in him. Second year as a starter, 5th in the program. He sat behind Jaden Daniels. He's seen it done at a high level.
It's like I was listening to Moose the other day, and he was hitting the same rhythm, and it's a good rhythm, and it's a solo rhythm, and it makes a lot of sense. Like, I mean, when you're up there alone, you have to pace, you have to rise and flow. But Moose was talking about receivers, talking about Olave, talking about a lot of the sizes were similar. There's some options out there, but this option belongs here. Keenan Allen, big receiver, blah blah.
The Saints are making
Shout out
a
Mel.
grave mistake.
I mean, is Mel even the originator of that rhythm, or did he crib it from somebody else? I don't know.
First one I've heard.
I feel like he is.
But anyway, as Joel was saying, Garrett Nussmeier, exciting prospect, second-year quarterback with some growing pains last year, got better towards the end. Love seeing him make it through that adversity. Got to be one of the top quarterbacks on my board coming up this year. In all seriousness, look, are we?
We have more sound if you want to hear it.
Well, on Garrett?
I'm on LSU.
Okay, yeah. Give it to me.
All right, so let's
He's talking about what worried him about LSU also.
Okay, yeah, give it to me.
Oh, God.
The only thing working against them, in my estimation, is that, I think Brian's going to have to take a team above what he has ever taken a team. And then their schedule is tough. So they missed Georgia and Texas, but they've got a season opener on the road against Clemson. Don't love that game for them. They've got to get South Carolina, Florida, and A&M. Those are at home. And then they play Alabama on the road, Ole Miss on the road, Oklahoma on the road.
Ooh, that's a tough boy. I don't think did we play the combined record of opponents game on this program?
No.
Yeah, LSU unfortunately is in that harder half.
Right, but can I also say something?
Yeah, say it.
If you're in the Big Ten and you're in the SEC, ish is going to be hard.
True.
It's going to be hard.
True.
Some have it a little bit better than others.
True.
But it's going to be hard. There's not when you play in one of those two conferences now with the teams that they've added, who they already had, very rarely are you going to be like, I feel pretty good about this. It's just, if you want to be with the big boys, you want to get all the revenue,
nut up.
That is what it's going to be. Now, you have a Clemson game, which you don't have to have, but LSU has shown.
I'm glad you do, though.
LSU has shown since we played, in between then, now, they are going to have those games. That's how it's going to be. So I know that Clemson adds to it, but this was you go back to when the SEC was 12 teams. This happened. There's going to be a 3-game stretch that was hell.
Yeah.
Hell every time. And now that's going to be every single year. We could come up here and we could talk about it all the time.
Sure.
But every single year it is going to be they have a difficult schedule. They have that is what Ohio State goes through it. Michigan goes through it. I'm talking about in conference play. Alabama, South Carolina. I mean, God bless Oklahoma's schedule this year.
I know,
that's just
I know.
But if you want to be a big boy, you want to get all the revenue, all the, hey, they're in the SEC, so when it comes playoff time, we got to remember that. Well, you got to go through the gauntlet.
T-Pal says, why is no one saying Clemson has a tough opener? Well, you got to understand. This is a little bit of just the fact that our perspective is covering it from LSU's perspective. I'm sure if you were listening to Clemson radio, they'd be saying the same thing about them having a tough opener. I think a couple differences, though, are Clemson proved last year you can make it up in the ACC.
Yep.
It's a way more winnable conference. And secondly, they're at home. So it is harder for LSU. But yes, I'm sure if you were listening to Clemson radio, they'd be talking about the tough opener.
I mean, LSU's also been awful in openers, too.
Lost 5 straight.
Yeah, let's not glance over that. They haven't been good in openers.
Two of my children have never seen LSU win an opener.
I only have one, but yeah.
Sad.
Still.
Sad
So,
state of
but
affairs.
okay, I pulled up Oklahoma's schedule, right? They got Michigan in the non-conference, all right?
Yeah.
Then
Nice
they've got
Underwood.
and then they've got Auburn, okay, and that's September 20th. So in their first 5 games, it's manageable. You got Illinois State, Michigan, Temple, Auburn, Kent State. Okay, you can win 4 of those games. But then you got Texas and Dallas. You're at South Carolina, Willie B, probably at night. All right. Then you go Ole Miss, and then you're at Tennessee, and then you're at Alabama, and then you got Missouri and LSU. All right. So for a 4, let's go 5-game stretch. They've got Texas, at South Carolina, Ole Miss, at Tennessee, at Alabama.
Now, to be clear,
that is what it is now.
Yeah, Oklahoma has the toughest schedule too. I think outside of the only ones that have better ones or harder ones are Arkansas, Kentucky, and Mississippi State, and part of that is because they can't play themselves. So that kind of changes the math a little bit. So let's get back to Nussler real quick. Are we putting too much on Nussmeier? Because I don't think so. Aaron doesn't think so. And we talked to Jake about it. I was talking to somebody the other day though, who was maybe who said it was Big West neighbors. I was on with Big West, and he was saying that he was a little unimpressed with Nussmeier last year. He thought he made too many mistakes. Now I said, well, look, I think he was asked to do too much last year.
I would love to have that debate with Wes, and I love Wes. He's an old school, gritty football player, but he was better than Jalen Milroe last year.
Yeah, well, and I don't think he said that, to be fair. I don't think he said that. I just think he thinks that maybe Nuss is being a little overrated coming into the season.
See, to me, that's wild behavior for a couple of reasons. One, I just don't think that the tape says that. Now, there was a 3-game stretch where he didn't play as well as he did the rest of the season.
Yeah.
That's fair to say. But then he came back. And then
that's key.
And then in the bowl game, right, when all his partners were watching on the sideline, and he had the bomb squad in front of him, he still found ways to make plays. It was just to new people, right? And so the jump from year 1 to year 2 alone should get LSU fans highly excited. And let's don't even compare it to jumps from LSU quarterbacks. Let's don't do the Burrow and Daniels thing. I'm talking about it in football.
Yeah.
At every level.
Yeah.
Every level. Year 1 to year 2, you go up. He's got a better receiver room this year than he had last year. Now, he doesn't have Mason Taylor. That's a big weapon, one he trusted more than anybody. The offensive line looks different. But if we're talking about just the receiver room, it's better this year, I think, from top to bottom than it was a year ago. So I thought he was really good last year. Sure, 3-game stretch where he wasn't as good as he was the rest of the year. But when he came back, he finished the year strong against Oklahoma, against Baylor. And then you put it all together with him having a full year. You add more receivers. You give him a couple tight ends. I'm not going to put anybody ahead of him. I'll put some on the same level, but I ain't putting anybody ahead of him.
Yeah, and again, you got to remember, in a first year starting, everything you experience is new. And so going through that downswing was new. And it would have been real easy for him to stall out and stay there. And yet he found a way to right the ship and get back on track. And I think that is huge in terms of learning lesson. This is a good point by Brett. He says in October 2018, Burrow didn't have a single touchdown pass. So, you got to grow. You got to learn these things. How about this? My guy Sven Kreuzberg. I see him in Snaps chat all the time. This man is a German, a Mississippi State Bulldog.
I figured with
that
the name,
lives in Germany.
He had some ties there.
And in Mississippi State's defense, he says, well, we played 4 playoff teams and 9 ranked, and all 4 playoff teams were on the road. Yeah. So Mississippi State is actually not just because they can't play themselves. They just get absolutely screwed by this new scheduling for some reason.
I feel like Arkansas is always up there with the hardest schedule every year. It's like Arkansas is easy, like always a top 10 team that has the hardest schedule.
I want to know who Coach Drink's paying to get his schedule 2 years in a row.
Yeah, Mizzou and Tennessee are
2 years
getting
in a row.
they're getting light schedule.
Missouri
just
does
flipped,
not have an away game until October 18th.
Yeah, Tennessee's was really easy too last year, and look what they were able to do with it.
They don't play Georgia. They don't play Florida. They don't play Tennessee.
Easier or whatever, not really easy.
And they got Alabama at home. Their toughest game on the road Oklahoma on the road, November 22nd. A&M's at home. Alabama's at home. You got Auburn away October 18th, but I mean they avoid. Their schedule's not bad.
Drink's just got to take advantage of it and keep winning 10 games.
Yeah.
Who's going to be their quarterback this year?
I don't think they've just. They got the transfer from Penn State, right?
Yeah, he was Aller's backup.
For Mississippi State this year, at Southern Miss. That's always tricky. When you're the big school in state and you go to the smaller school in state, those are tricky. So you got that to open up. Then you got a playoff team in Arizona State at home, second week of the season. And then your SEC schedule is Tennessee, at A&M, at Florida, Texas, at Arkansas, Georgia, at Missouri, Ole Miss.
Good God. What did the Bulldogs do, guys? What did they do to deserve this? I know what LSU did to deserve this. They had the greatest season of all time. We stole fire from the gods, and so now we have to have our liver eaten once a year at the beginning of every season. This doesn't make any sense for this to happen to State.
Bo Pribula. That's the Missouri quarterback.
Yeah. Daniel says it's time to nuss up or shut up. Straight up.
Straight up, dog.
Straight up.
Are you either on the bus or you're not?
Yep.
Simple.
Me, I got my CDL, me.
Get your CDL, son.
Yeah.
No, really who has their CDL in this conversation is Flynn. My man has been a fanboy of Nussmeier for like 4 years.
And it worked out. He was great last year.
He was. Don't tell Matt that.
Yeah. The highs were high, the lows were low. I'll say it like that. The A&M game was freaky.
Yeah, that was a series of
just bad. Like that was the clock struck midnight.
That was a Lemony Snicket series of unfortunate events game.
Very.
It's rare in which an injury to the quarterback ends up being the catalyst for the comeback.
Unbelievable. How we can't stop a read option still, it just blows my mind.
This is the year. This is the year, guys. Oh, we got to go to break. All right, hour 3, or we're going to close at hour 2 next.
Off the bench.
Hey, guys, if you're looking for the perfect beer for baseball, the perfect beer for spring, the perfect beer for going into summer, why not get yourself a Delicioso Mexican Lager? We're talking about Dos Equis. So remember, next time you step into the box, remember it's time to go for Dos. That's right, baby. Dos Equis, there for you all spring and summer long. Get you a little lime, get you a little salt, and benefit. Also, remember to enjoy responsibly. Shout out to Dos Equis, official beer of OTB.
It is the official beer of like great times, certainly in the springtime. Now, summertime as well. It's coming up, and there's not a better beer, right? And so if you're kicked back, watching little games, maybe you're going to the beach in a couple weeks because the kids are out of school, Dos Equis is always the call. Drink a Dos Equis, drink it responsibly, and go for Dos.
You work hard every day to pursue a life you love. You put in the time, and it shows. You're forging ahead, chasing a dream, creating something better for the ones you love. You're building your own life, so why not build your own tractor? With John Deere tractors and attachments for almost any need, the Sunshine team can help you do just that. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast office products.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Halle Berry or hallelujah? Has anybody ever been mentioned more in rap songs than Halle Berry?
Probably not.
Me and my niggas trying to get it, you bitch. Hit that house, like, tell me, is you with it, you
Great album. Great album. Guys, this is pretty cool. Speaking of Clemson, did you see what Clemson-Notre Dame just announced?
Yeah, I did see that yesterday.
12-year home-and-home series, Jake. From 2027 through 2038, they will play each other each and every year, meaning that finally, we can solve the dogmatic theological issues of Catholics versus Protestants. We'll solve it in the way that the good Lord intended it to be solved, on the gridiron.
War.
Yeah, on the field of battle. In all seriousness, more of this. I love this. Because you know what's crazy about this?
And it counts towards the ACC
does
obligation.
it?
Yes.
Oh, I did not know that.
For Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah. So they may not play some of the lesser ACC teams, which is
correct, because they got to play 5 of those games per year, and this one does count towards that.
I think what's interesting to me about this too, especially, is thinking about. Excuse me. Sorry. Let me grab my train of thought. Thinking about, like, okay, let's say there's going to be a 10-year-old whose college football consciousness comes online. Let's say in 2027. And he's going to be a massive Clemson fan or massive Notre Dame fan. And he will be 22 by the time this is done. And he will hate that other team.
Yeah.
Like, he will hate them.
Yeah.
He will have had great moments against them. He will have suffered at their hands. And that's good. You're creating a rivalry that will infect a full generation of fans with real passion for this game between two major brands. I love it. Top marks, guys.
I love it too. And I know there's some people, I'm going to play directional school you to start the season. And that's because you're soft. Go play somebody you can get your blood pumping from week number 1.
I agree.
Eventually, we're going to win one of those.
Now, surely, I mean, I said
Odds,
Protestants,
man, odds.
but Clemson's got to be Baptist, right?
Yeah, Dabo's,
This is Catholics versus Baptists.
Dabo gives off Southern Baptist.
He does. Assembly of God.
Probably
more.
Church
Probably
Christ.
more Baptist.
Hour 3 coming up next.
Off the Bench.
Hey, guys, go to Boudreaux's Electrical. You want a Generac home generator? Make sure you and your family stay protected. Make sure your lights stay on, your food stays good to go, and the fridge, you want more power, more protection. Who do you want? You want Boudreaux's. Family owned and operates since 1982, man. Ain't nobody going to get you a better deal or do a better job of staying on top of your system. Make sure it's ready to go when you need it. And that's the point. They're also the premier Generac home generator dealer here in Louisiana. So for all your generator needs, got great financing options available to make it affordable. Go to BoudreauxElectrical.com.
Yeah, when you go to the website, top right corner, you can get a free quote. Free Generac quote right there, top right corner. But also, like, if you just want to know more information or if you want to schedule them to come out to your home and Kind of see what your possibilities are. On the North Shore, it is 985-397-1562. Here in the greater Baton Rouge area, it's 225-300-9389. That's BoudreauxElectrical.com. More power, more protection.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Wednesday, May 7th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect rainy skies with a high of 78. In hour 3 of today's show, we'll have an NFL story of the day. We'll close things out like we do with Ask the Bench. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome in. Hour number 3 of OTB. Hope you're having a great day, guys. T-Bob, Jake, Jordan, and Tay-Tay hanging out with you today. And coming up this hour, a lot of stuff in play. We got some college football talk. as Nick Saban, Tommy Tuberville, and Donald Trump have teamed up to save college football, as well as the very soul of America, according to Coach Tuberville. And we'll get into what exactly I mean by that. We actually could do a Joel Klatt top 25 if we wanted to, as he releases post-spring top 25. We have our Tay-Tay NFL story of the day as well. We got a Jaden Daniels video to play. Get that Mark Cumbie video ready to go. That's from 8 a.m. You got that, guys? Go ahead and get that ready to play because I'll be calling for it soon. But let's start here, Taylor. How about them Cowboys? Breaking this morning, the substantive I can't say that word. Substantive trades. The Jerry Jones virginity, which continues to go crazy on my Instagram. My mentions are. It's so funny too. Whenever anything gets big enough, there's always an argument that starts of some sort, right?
In the comments.
Yeah, it's it's all about education in America, blah blah blah. I'm like, my guy knows 2 languages. Y'all just chill out there.
Yeah, it was just a bad day for him.
Yeah,
it turned out to be hilarious.
Yeah,
but
it's like Rivers one time said compromise, talking about compromise.
It's a tough one.
It happens, dude. It happens.
My sister's done epitome instead of epitome.
Epitome, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when I first did. I remember learning epitome on a SAT. We used to have the SAT vocab quizzes every Tuesday. You got to know like 30 words or whatever, 30 big words. I used to love those because I love vocab. But that's how I said it in my head forever. And then one day I realized, I think somebody said it, and I was like, oh, this is epitome. Because I'd heard the word epitome, but I had no idea that it was epitome. I used to say diaphragm. Talking about diaphragm. No need to pronounce that G. Anyway. Tay-Tay.
Carousel's a weird one.
Carousel.
Yeah.
You know a word I can't spell? Rhythm.
We did this on the show.
Still can't do it.
RHYTHM.
Still doesn't make any sense to me. I will never, ever be able to spell the word rhythm.
It is weird. It even looks weird. It's one of those words where, like, even when it's spelled correct, you look at it and you're like, that's not right.
No. A distinct lack of vowels.
Yeah.
A-E-I-O-U and sometimes Y2. Well, there you go. That's why.
I tell y'all, I always want to put the I before the E in receiver, even though I know the rule.
Yeah.
Always want to do it.
It's a rule that, sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not, too.
Yeah.
It's a soft rule.
Yeah.
It's a soft rule. Yeah. Oh, my computer shut down. All right. Let's go ahead then. And Tay-Tay, the Cowboys, do we have the details on the trade? The Cowboys are trading for George Pickens.
Yeah, so.
Interesting move by the Steelers. You go and you get DK Metcalf and then say, you know what, we gave up some stuff for that. Let's get some stuff back. Let's get rid of George Pickens.
Yeah, I was thinking about that because my first thought was, okay, well, this clearly means the Steelers thinks they're out on Aaron Rodgers if they're getting rid of Pickens. But I'm like, you traded for DK, you extended DK, you now have a $30 million a year wide receiver with Mason Rudolph as your quarterback. You let Najee Harris walk. Like, what is your identity right now on offense?
I think their identity is trying to get Aaron Rodgers.
I would agree, but you had Freiermuth at tight end, you had Pickens, you had DK Metcalf, and Aaron Rodgers still had not committed to you. Is this going to sweeten the pot for Rodgers? Because for me, it would not. Who's your number 2? Calvin Austin?
Yeah.
I mean, who's behind DK right now?
Man, I feel like a shot at Calvin Austin.
I mean, Calvin Austin's fine, but like...
Who's Calvin Austin?
I don't think that... See, there you go. It's not going to move the needle for anyone. But as far as the trade goes,
but
the
does
Cowboys
George Pickens move the needle for you, Mr. Cowboy?
Yeah, I think it does.
Sure.
I think it does. You needed something next to CD Lamb. Like for 2 years now, you haven't had anything. Like you brought in Cooks. He got a little bit older. That just didn't work out for whatever reason. Couldn't stay healthy in Dallas. I mean, last year, your de facto number 2 was Jalen Tolbert. Jalen Tolbert's a good player. I don't know if he should be your bona fide number 2 if you want to have an elite offense. I mean, it was really CD Lamb, and that was it. You get a Pickens. I mean, he's 6'4". Like, I like that. He's a different type of receiver than CD Lamb. Because, like, we talked about it with the Saints, right? Oh, you brought in 3 of the exact same guys. At least you didn't do that. You got a CD Lamb who's a little bit smaller guy. Now you have a 6'4" guy on the other side. Now, does it change my perspective on how the season's going to end? No, it does not, but I think it's going to be a fun offense to watch.
This is actually legitimately, no exaggeration, the first Cowboys news piece of the last 2 years that I think has made Taylor happy.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever. Yeah.
I've never heard him react positively to a Cowboy story that we have talked about in years, and Pickens finally is the one that got
You
it.
would have loved to. That should tell you all you need to know. But you would have loved to have seen me driving into work this morning because I'm listening to ESPN radio as this is breaking. Like they cut in, they have a soundbite from Adam Schefter, like breaking news: a trade between the Steelers and the Cowboys. I was like, don't piss me off. Don't do this. What are we doing here? And I'm like, oh, the Cowboys got a player. I was like, I'm good with it. They give up a 3rd round pick. There's some pick swaps. Like the Cowboys are going to get a higher 6th round pick now, but they give up a 3rd. Like I'm good with that. Giving up a 3rd round pick for George Pickens.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That's a flyer.
I think that's good value.
I'm good with that. Like,
so
he's
wait,
a
is that
solid
what
player.
it is? It's 3rd round and what else?
And then
There's
a pick swap.
swapping in the 6th, I think.
Yeah, that feels like great value.
Yeah,
And,
I mean, I'm good with it.
like,
I mean, how toxic was Pickens? And we know he's crazy, but like,
yeah, I'm sitting here, I'm looking at it. I mean, all right, so right now for the Steelers, a franchise that is as stable as any franchise out there, right? Your quarterback, Mason Rudolph. Your starting running back, Jalen Warren. You have DK Metcalf, obviously, and then it's Calvin Austin III and Robert Woods. Robert Woods is old.
Robert Woods still plays?
Robert Woods is 50 years old.
He was in St.
If he's a
Louis
day.
when I was there, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was, right? So, like, that's your weapons. And so, like, behind those receivers, okay, you have Roman Wilson, Scotty Miller, and Rock Taylor. I don't know who Rock Taylor is.
Good name, though.
No.
Great name.
I don't know who
ROC,
Rock Taylor is.
Rock Taylor.
Like Scotty Miller's good, but he's also only like 5'8". Like he's a
Briar Moocher
situational.
That is
tight
very
end.
funny because, of course, somebody named Scotty Miller's 5'8".
Well, yeah.
There's no way that you could be 6'4" named Scotty Miller.
You
There's
remember
just
him.
no way.
He's a little,
Scotty didn't know.
He was a
No
little
way.
5'8" white guy that Brady was throwing to in Tampa. I mean, you remember Scotty Miller, but like he's not.
Oh,
Hey, 5'8" white guy that Brady was throwing to. There's
I'm
70
gonna say that does not narrow
There
it down.
wasn't many in
but I
Tampa.
do remember
There
him
wasn't many
in
in
the,
Tampa.
in the Green Bay game
He was a
having
deep
that
threat.
big,
Yeah.
that big catch up the
He's
sideline for a
he's a
touchdown.
great deep threat receiver, but like he's 5'8". He's not going to be your number 2.
If I'm Aaron Rodgers and I got the choice between hanging him up and going to that offense, what makes me want to go there?
Hold on. Wait. What? Arthur Smith doesn't move the needle?
Oh, yeah. Is he still the OC?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, he's good as an OC, just bad as a head coach.
Dennis Allen
He was.
apologized to Buddy.
You know, back in the day.
Because it was already very apparent to me and probably everybody else that Aaron Rodgers did not want to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because if Aaron Rodgers wanted to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers, he would have signed there months ago when that kind of became his only option.
His first choice is Minnesota, and Minnesota's
I get it,
left
but
the door cracked. But also, people are now purporting that maybe Aaron Rodgers got secretly married.
To whom?
He showed up with a ring on his finger, and
Did
one
he?
thing he's been talking about constantly in the offseason is that he's got a new relationship.
Yeah,
that he's
he
investing in heavily.
he said personal things going on.
Yes.
Everybody assumed it was a negative, but it may not be.
This is why we need our Aaron Rodgers correspondent to
I
actually
know.
show up for work.
I know. We're
Even
already
though he doesn't
Flynn
get paid.
at a conference in Indy.
Yeah.
But
he actually is, working, I guess, for the business that pays him, but still.
I guess.
Know where your loyalty should lie.
It
With the 7th ranked morning sports show in America.
Exactly.
And I get your point about the, like the Rodgers thing, but the Giants closed the door on their quarterback situation. Cleveland did as well. Minnesota all but has. Pittsburgh's been his only option for a month now, and he still doesn't want to go there.
Yeah. I mean, Cleveland's not closed.
Why
'cause
would
there's too many people in the room to shut the door?
Why would getting
Shut.
rid of a George Pickens increase this? Like I think this all but sums up that Aaron Rodgers is not going to go to Pittsburgh.
I don't know if I'm there yet, but it does seem to be a bit of a shell game from Pittsburgh where, okay, you've moved the pieces around, but have you, how much better have you actually got?
Maybe it's one of those things where they're like, look, we're clearly not getting Aaron. We know this. Let's build for next year. Let's do what we can. Let's get Pickens out of the building. He was a problem
Get some
if you believe he was.
You've got DK long term. That's going to be a great piece moving forward no matter
Think
what.
about how DK feels.
Roll with
though.
Mason as a bridge guy. Get a quarterback next year. To me, this says Aaron Rodgers is not going there.
DK probably didn't feel all bad because he's getting $30 million. He's at a very
Yeah, yeah.
competent organization. But
It's like, I'm not saying Sam Darnold's setting the world on fire, but it's like you go from that to.
I mean, the good news is he's the only player in that offense that'll probably put up numbers.
It's like Arthur Smith is my OC now. I'm just like,
yeah, DK should get touches, though, to Taylor's point. Like, he should be the focus
he's
of that offense.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be the guy. And I'm sitting here and I'm trying to figure out why they didn't make some more moves in the draft. You draft Caleb Johnson, running back out of Iowa in the 3rd round. He's a good player, but I mean, he's limited in what he can do.
Yeah.
Like, this is somebody that he's going to get you 4 yards, but he's not very dynamic. Like, he's not a home run hitter. Like we always talk about, like a guy that can take a carry and go 80 yards. And you feel like you have to have that. Like, you signed Kenneth Gainwell from Philly in free agency, but like he's like a tweener, kind of like, sure, he can do some 1st and 2nd down stuff, but he's more of a 3rd down only back. You take a defensive tackle who's probably going to play in the 3-4. I guess he's going to play probably more in Harmon out of Oregon in the 1st round. It's like, I get you were trying to get younger at that position, but look, you spent a 4th round, a 5th round, a 1st round, and a 7th rounder on front 7 guys on the defense. And then on offense, you only spent 2 of your picks where a 3rd round running back and a 6th round quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, maybe they just really believe. Now, Calvin Austin,
what quarterback did they end up taking?
Will Howard.
Oh, okay.
Calvin Austin, somebody that I do think actually will benefit from getting more reps. He did have flashes last year.
Yeah,
but
he did.
And you hope, I guess, Roman Wilson from Michigan. You drafted him last year in the 3rd round.
I recognize Roman Wilson.
Really good in college.
Yeah, great in college.
A great Senior Bowl. Like, he was routing people up. I think he's got something to him, but he didn't have a great rookie year.
He had those great catches in the Alabama semifinal game, in the final as well.
Well, and for 2 years now, all we've heard is, okay, well, Jalen Warren, like, he's going to be that guy in Pittsburgh. He's going to take touches away from Najee Harris. He's going to be the number 1 running back. That hasn't happened. You move on from Najee, who was better than Jalen Warren last year because Warren couldn't stay on the field.
It's Bolt. Let's go. Bolt up.
Oh, Najee went to the – I was going to ask where Najee went. I forgot.
Yeah.
Bro, Najee and Amari and Hampton.
Yeah.
Good duo.
Yeah.
Harbaugh running the ball. Take some pressure off of Herbert.
How have we not ever like made some kind of like Harbaugh hard ball?
Hard ball, like grit, like running the ball, like hard ball. Yeah, I know.
I know.
It is.
I mean,
style.
you did it earlier on accident, but it makes sense.
Oh yeah, that's right. Even though the second you do that, then Well, no, that's a dark joke. I'm not going to go.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Anyway, so congratulations, Taylor. This is a big moment in the show's history. First time since Taylor has joined the show that he has actually been pleased about a Cowboys news piece.
Yeah, I think that's not an exaggeration.
Until it ends with the beautiful disaster that is the George Pickens personality. There's just no way this works.
I mean, look, it's not like the Cowboys are Super Bowl bound because they signed Pickens. Like, this doesn't change my outlook, but it's exciting. You
not even one win?
Oh, you can get a win better, sure.
Does this just put an additional win in the tally for you?
Has to, right?
Yes,
there
it puts
go.
a yes. I think
the
it maybe
Cowboys are
put 2,
today.
T-Bob.
They're better today than it was yesterday.
Okay, there you
100%.
go. And that's all we can strive to be.
Well, they say get 1% better every day.
We have some breaking Saints news too, though.
You hit me with it.
Oh, should we like?
You're right.
On the
You're right.
other
Actually,
side.
Good call, guys. Good call. Protect me from myself. On the other side, breaking Saints news. Who dat?
Off the bench.
Go to All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. The website's a great place to start your car buying journey, whether you're looking to buy new, used. Maybe you want to lease something for a couple of years. I leased a Camry for 3 years. It was great. Not to brag. Also, if you're looking for an excellent place to work, check out the career options at All-Star Toyota, because that's my favorite part about the dealership are the people. Shout out to Aaron Pico and the entire team over there. They take care of you, man. So you go to All-Star, though. Remember, if you need a collision center, service center, you need a body shop, whatever you need, work on your vehicle service checkup, you go in there. It's not just All-Star. It's not just Toyota as well, but all makes and models. And you mentioned OTB, you get $250 towards that deductible. $250 toward that deductible, man. So go to All-Star Toyota. Also Toyota BatonRouge.com.
Always remember, call Miss Lisa Sessions today in that rental department. Your summer vacation's coming up. Make sure you have your vehicle reserved. You can also find that information, All-Star Toyota BatonRouge.com.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast office products.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Yo, man. Yo, open up, man.
Yo, what you want, man?
My girl just caught me.
You made her catch you?
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
I don't know what to do.
Say it wasn't you.
All right.
Hey, get me on the bottom lane, white women, mother in the bedroom. It was Trey, it was not me. I was coming home to you.
Little remix never hurt nobody. Little remix never hurt nobody.
This is me when my wife says, "You must be Rasta if you think we're banging."
Bomba Clotna.
Who's the white guy that's in all the memes?
Chet Banks.
No. I've seen those as well, but no, it's that what he looks like beans.
Oh, the dude
he looks like an adult beans. Yeah, and he's getting it in the mic.
Bro, I love that. I cannot tell you his name, but
All
I love
those jokes
seeing
are
him.
so
Yes,
good. All those
every
memes.
time.
It's been a fun top tier meme the past few months.
Oh yeah.
My makeup. Ugh, on the bathroom floor.
No, he's a sicko.
Wait,
Gross.
what? What did I walk into?
We're listening to Shaggy.
Oh, what a hit.
Yeah, I agree.
Banger.
Well,
Literally.
that's what he did, and that's what got him in trouble.
That's what got him.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't him.
I mean that, and obviously, anytime you're growing up, like that's going to be the thing that like nostalgia. But like from 1999, like 2003, like those songs, they hit something every time. Like, man, this was a good song. Every time we play anything from that, like no matter what the genre is, because I got high for sure.
Yeah, that was another one. I wonder if Afro Man's still on the fraternity circuit. I bet he is. He was there when we were in college. He'd come and tear it up for a night.
Yeah, what was that one? Maybe a little bit after that time. Like Sean Kingston. Like he had a couple songs. Like you hear him like, man, I forgot about this song. But now I remember exactly like, kind of where I was when I heard it.
Oh, I like that song.
Yeah, that's chunky.
So we got breaking Saints news. What is it?
Breaking Saints news. So straight from the horse's mouth, the New Orleans Saints Twitter page. Congratulations to Cam Jordan for Thursday, May 8th being declared Cam Jordan Day by the New Orleans City Council for Cam's devotion to the city and serving the community.
Hell yeah, man. Well deserved.
No offense, Jordan, but you oversold that going into break.
Well deserved.
Well, you know, I mean,
well, that's good though, because that's how we keep people around. That's how we keep people around.
No, keep people around.
We just had a meeting at the quarterly meeting the other day talking about improving teases.
Is it Cam's birthday tomorrow? Why May 8th?
I don't
First
know.
off, that's Jacob Hester Day because
true, exactly. It's Jake Hester Day on this show. True.
Yeah.
True. But stop trying to poo-poo a good story.
No, it's a good story, but
Cam
like
is
why
somebody,
May 8th?
he's a West Coast kid, grew up in Minnesota, and yet he has made New Orleans his home. And they asked him if he thought about going anywhere else when it came time to, think he wanted to continue playing, whatever. And he said he had a little bit maybe of like a fleeting thought about West Coast, but ultimately he's all about the 505. And he's been a great member of the community, an incredible leader. He's always so positive, right? On all these shows that he's doing now, they're always trying to get him to talk crap about Derek Carr. And he's just consistently having his guys back. Like, Cam Jordan is the player and leader that as a fan of a team, you dream of. Because he's super productive. Which again, I mean, this is a credit to him, though I think many of us would not do the same. He never held the Saints' feet over the fire in a contract negotiation. Like, he never went and got the actual max value that he could get. Nope. He has stayed here, committed to the mission of trying to bring a Lombardi back to New Orleans, and he loves the city itself. But like Thomas More said in that way, where does Thomas More said live in the offseason? He lives here.
Yeah, he lives here.
Yeah. So shout out to Cam Jordan, man. I'm happy to hear that it's Cam Jordan Day, even though here it's Jake Hester Day tomorrow.
Yeah, and Cam's birthday's in July, so it's not his birthday tomorrow either. So no.
This seems like one of those things where the Saints are like, guys, everybody's down on us. Drop the Cam news now. Put it out.
Shut up, Taylor. Why don't you just go cheer for George Pickens or something, dude? Get out of here.
I mean, I will cheer for George Pickens.
It's funny. I guess that news piece excited you so much because when it comes to Cowboys news that's positive, it's Slim Pickens.
This is why you get paid the big bucks.
Cha-ching! Do you know what that is? Speaking of Saints, cha-ching. That's an old Seth Green ad campaign from the 80s.
Oh, no. Yeah. Do they know who Seth Green is?
Do you know who Seth Green is?
Is that the robot chicken guy?
Okay. Actually, yes.
Okay.
I was going to say.
Actually, yes.
Yeah. I was going to say
probably
the
actually
short,
my favorite thing that Seth Green has done.
Okay.
Not where most people would go, but yes, the tiny little
Did
red
you
hat.
watch Entourage on HBO?
No.
My favorite, when I think of Seth Green, I think of Without a Paddle. Y'all seen that? Matthew Lillard, Dak Shepard, Seth Green. And
my
then
mind's telling me no.
Rat Race. You
But
seen Rat
my
Race?
body is telling me yes. That's all I remember from Without a Paddle is when they're cuddling up
cuddling,
under the and that was
Under
the first
the
time I
little
ever
rock,
heard that song.
You seen Rat Race?
Is Matthew Lillard in Without a Paddle?
Yeah,
Yes.
him and Dak Shepard and
Shepard.
Seth Green are the three.
Is he also Chris Griffin?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I only know the cartoon version of Seth
He's
Green.
also
then,
Chris
yeah.
Griffin.
And he's the Steve from American Dad then.
Yep. And then very famously, he is Dr. Evil's son.
Oh, yeah.
In the Austin Power movie.
Yes, he is.
Scotty.
Oh, so he's
Shut
the
up,
redhead
Scotty.
guy. He's
Yeah.
the redhead guy.
Yes. I was going to
Went a
go
little
for
Connor there.
Entourage. Tell Sloan I said sup.
Yeah. Big dog and E.
Yeah.
Oh, man, Robot Chicken.
Robot
Brain
Chicken's
rot.
great. One of my favorite shows of all time.
It's definitely was too young watching it, but like now it's crazy.
So, guys, big news here. Senator Tommy Tuberville has embarked on a mission to save the soul of America. So here's what Tom had to say. He said, and he tweeted, and it's a picture of him so clearly loving the setting as he looks like he's seated in like maybe like a private jet or something, and President Trump is standing in front of him and he's holding court. Tubbs is. But he tweets, had a great conversation with President Trump last night about the importance of establishing national standards for NIL. College football is the heart and soul of America, but it's in danger if we don't level the playing field. So Donald Trump spoke at an Alabama commencement recently, and Nick Saban and Tommy Tuberville used this time to pitch him on basically getting involved in this fight, right? We need an executive order. Congress cannot get it done. We need an executive order seeking to accomplish our goals, and then we'll see if the courts prove it or not. But I guess I'm trying to cut the fat because they've tried like a dozen different bills in Congress. None of them have gone anywhere. Here's what I think they're trying to get accomplished. I believe that the bottom line thing they're trying to get accomplished is they want an antitrust exemption. The NCAA does. Because that is the foundational piece upon which they are losing all of these court cases. You say a player's not eligible, they come back and say, well, you're artificially capping my ability to make money, and I don't have another option because you're a monopoly. You say a player can't transfer, same deal, right? Like that is the crux of every court case that they're losing. If they could get that antitrust exemption, they could start to make rules again. They could do like a salary cap. They could do restrictions on third-party NIL comps. They could do transfer restrictions. They could do it without being sued. As a trust, look, there's the picture. You know Tommy's freaking loving this. Him getting to sit while the president stands and has to listen to him talk about college football.
Being a head coach, yeah.
I mean, come on, bro. His ego
is
out of control in that picture.
Mm-hmm.
If you checked his pants, he'd just have a freaking raging boner. Here's my deal, though, on this. And I agree. I fully agree with the fact that it is insane. The second biggest sport in America does not have a ruling body, does not have a leader, like a singular leader. It is crazy. It needs to be fixed. Maybe executive orders to play. Although it's going to get very interesting what happens with the antitrust settlement lawsuit if an executive order does come through. I have no idea what happens there. Also, there's a lot of lawyers who want to keep things as is because they're making a lot of money. So it's going to be a fight. Let me read this quote and then I'll get to my word. So this is a quote from one of the main lawyers that's working on the antitrust settlement. He says, quote, Coach Saban and President Trump's 11th hour talks of executive orders and other meddling are just more unneeded self-involvement. College athletes are spearheading historic changes and benefiting massively from NIL deals. They don't need this unmerited interference. And here's the key. They don't need this unmerited interference from a coach only seeking to protect the system that made him tens of millions. And this is why I say Saban's a bad messenger for this. Now, Saban, would he be a good czar of college football? I think I'd be into that potentially.
Yeah.
But why I say he's a bad messenger is, what is this idea of leveling the playing field? Because to me, I feel like I'm being gaslighted. You're telling me that when you couldn't pay players, you're telling me that Alabama and Bowling Green were on an even playing field? Like, what are we talking about? The money's always been there. The money has always created an uneven playing field, only now it's in the players' pockets as opposed to getting poured into facilities and putting a barber shop in your football ops or a slide like Clemson has or first-class seat pods like LSU has in their locker room. Like this idea that it was ever an even playing field is just a straight farce and absurd. And it rings especially hollow when Saban's the messenger and it feels like sour grapes. Let's get back to the system that I was good at dominating, that I was good at stacking in my favor. So again, I think change needs to happen. I think I want that framework. I want more guidance, more rules. I think everybody benefits in the end from that. But I think this argument is weak. I think this even playing field argument has absolutely no merit. And so they got to get that fixed, I think, before they can get the actual sport fixed.
Yeah, I don't. So, like, all the changes that they want to happen, I agree. I think we all agree there has to be changes, but it doesn't have to be going back to what we once knew.
No, can't be at this point.
Like, that's the problem. Like, for me, instead of worrying about that, let's just put some rules into place, like rules that are forward-thinking, moving forward.
Yeah.
But also, they kind of clean it up. Because the cat's out of the bag. It is what it is. Like, you're never going back to what it was. And I don't think you should. I am all for players benefiting, but it is wild out there, and there does need to be some guardrails put into place. But again, not handcuffing. I don't say that. But
just being able to transfer every year is crazy.
It is.
Like, that's crazy.
Without question, I agree. And be able to kind of try to use your leverage in the spring window because you know.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't like that.
You can't have free agency every half a year.
Cannot. You cannot. There's got to be some rules and regulations to it, which there's none right now. Like, that's where you need to start. Okay, here's what it is. Let's put these in place. All right, the transfer situation, you get a one-time wild card, and you do it. You're eligible, go play right away. We're not doing it all 4 years. We're just not doing that. That's crazy.
Maybe you can earn a second one through graduating or something, if you want to put an emphasis on education.
Exactly. And the revenue share, I think that helps some of the situation, but also revenue share, and if you want to go make money off your actual name, image, and likeness, here's the guidelines that you have to follow.
Yeah.
Right? It's not handcuffing them. It's just like, hey, there's rules, and here's the rules, and you can still benefit off your name, image, and likeness, but, we don't want it to be the wild, wild west. And also, right, you gotta clean up the agent part of this too. And I don't know how you get it done without a CBA.
That's who's going to really calcify and not want anything to change.
And I don't know how you get it done without having a CBA, being part of a union, and the entire deal. I don't know. But the fact that if Tay wanted to go represent an LSU player, or if Jordan or anybody in this room wanted to do it, we could do it.
Yeah, like in the NFL, you have to be an approved NFL agent. You have to be
board certified.
Yeah, you're capped at the amount that you can actually get from the contract. Like, these guys are entering like entertainment contracts, which are like 10% of the contract, 20% of marketing contracts.
Not the 3% that NFL agents typically get.
Yeah. So as that lawyer says that, look, athletes are benefiting massively from NIL. He is correct, but so is he. And so are the lawyers. And so it's like, okay, what are you going to give up in order to get them to accept that? I don't know. Only time will tell. Those negotiations play out. But again, this idea of leveling the playing field is one that just rings hollow. And here's the other thing. So Saban said, quote, but the system and the way we're doing it right now, there's very little name, image, and likeness in college athletics. It's just pay for play. But here's my other thing. What is fundamentally wrong with pay for play? Is that not just being paid for your labor? Is that not just how the world works? Like we have this idea that pay for play is something evil or wrong, but when you actually stop and think about it, well, I get that maybe it's a bit distasteful because it means that bigger schools can pay more. And yeah, maybe that's where I don't know how you get them to agree to a salary cap, but ideally that's probably what you want to try to do to emulate these other leagues. But this core notion that pay for play is just flat out wrong is interesting to me.
Yeah, because, what you do on the field, that is your body of work. And some people can say, well, in the argument
I don't care about your Instagram post. I want you to score touchdowns.
Yeah.
I'm willing to pay you.
Yeah, and the argument that, well, that's what the NFL was always for, to get to that point. But here's the problem with that. Okay, there's some great college football players, All-Americans that will never play in the NFL.
Nope.
They'll never get that chance. And so you just assume that, you'll make it up on the back end. It's not going to be the case.
No. For the vast majority of guys, it will not. Danny Stutzman's a 3-time All-American. And who knows? He could not make the Saints. I mean, I think he will, but he'll be a special teams war daddy. Maybe he ends up but you get the point. Whatever. Like Devin Neal. What he had over 1,400 yards every single season.
Led Kansas 3 straight years, over 1,000 yards all 3 years. One of the best players in their program.
He could not make it. He deserves. I don't. He should be paid for that production.
I mean, I always throw out the same names, but Eric Crouch, Heisman Trophy winner.
Yep.
Right. Guy didn't have an NFL career. Tim Tebow had a little bit of one, but not a lot.
Not what he made. I mean, Tim Tebow would have made
Tim
millions upon millions upon millions.
Way more money in college.
So again, I'm not trying to have my foot in both camps because I do agree change needs to happen. I'm not smart enough to figure out what the path is, but I think you need a stronger base argument than level the playing field when the playing field was so clearly never level to begin with. And Saban's a tough messenger for this, given that he benefited off of this old system that he's advocating for more than anybody. Not just that he dominated, but he made tens of millions of dollars every year. $10 million every year. So interesting to see. Maybe, but be on the lookout for that. If President Trump does do an executive order, then all of a sudden the revenue share and antitrust settlement lawsuit, everything we're talking about, becomes way more up in the air about exactly what's going to happen. But, I mean, maybe an executive order is the way to get that antitrust exemption. Maybe it's the way to move forward. I don't know. Again, these are all very high-level questions about the sport that we love. I just want to talk about LSU and Clemson, All right, more OTB when we get back.
Off the bench.
Go to centralplumbing.org, centralplumbing.org, guys. You need any plumbing help, any plumbing problems going down, well, you go to centralplumbing.org. You call 925-8552, 925-8552. Central Plumbing is there for you. And look, they got 24/7 emergency service. They got flat rates pricing. All the employees are licensed, bonded, insured, and they send you bios ahead of time so you can trust and know who's coming into your home. And then there's great warranty once the work is done. So peace of mind every single step of the way. Go to centralplumbing.org today.
Yep. When you go to the website, you'll see right there on the homepage, top right corner, 225-925-8552. That is weekends, holidays, game day, does not matter. Late at night. If you have an emergency, they will be there for you. That's not only in Central, though. Yeah, sure. Central Plumbing. They can handle Central, but it is the entire greater Baton Rouge area that we are talking to here. Also, check out the website for any of the remodels that you can have done at your home or your business, centralplumbing.org.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
J.R. Sean Kingston. You're way too beautiful, girl. That's why it'll never work. You have me.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Chill out, Vincent Van Gogh. Never realized that. What's this dude gonna cut off his ear and send it to this girl?
It's real nostalgia right there.
Yeah, for sure. Welcome back to OTB, guys. here on 104.5 ESPN. Tay-Tay, was Pickens your NFL story of the day?
We could do one.
You got one just like loaded up like that? Another round in the chamber?
It's time for Tay-Tay's NFL Story of the Day. Your daily dose of NFL news from Taylor Sharp.
Hit me with it.
Tyrod Taylor, now the backup quarterback with the New York Jets, has came out in big-time support of Justin Fields. He's saying, look, I don't want this to be a quarterback competition. I think Fields is going to be great for our offense. I know that when Jake was in up there for the draft, everybody was talking about what the Jets were going to do, and you and I were like, okay, well, if they grab an O-lineman, it's because they're going to want to run the crap out of the ball with Justin Fields. It appears that's exactly what they're going to do. Tyrod Taylor went on to talk about his their run-first mentality here going into the season. Obviously, they do go offensive linemen. They have Justin Fields. They have Breece Hall. You have Braylon Allen, who looked pretty good at times last year.
Built
so
like an Avenger.
The New York Jets, good Lord, that guy in his uniform.
Yeah.
Braylon Allen is a monster. But
like him, Myles Garrett up there.
The New York Jets, they gave Fields, I didn't realize it was this much. They gave Fields a 2-year, $40 million deal, $30 million of it guaranteed. So
what?
They're buying in a little bit.
Justin Fields.
They are buying in a little bit. If you remember, Woody Johnson about a month ago said, hey, for us, when Justin Fields was entering the draft, it was Trevor Lawrence, and right below him was Justin Fields. Never forget the fact that they drafted Zach Wilson over Justin Fields, so that was a lie, but I don't know what Justin Fields is.
Maury, the tests have determined that was a lie.
Yeah, I don't know what he's done in the offseason, though, but they are loving them some Justin Fields. I mean, having a guy like Tyrod Taylor in your corner is not bad. I mean, that's a guy that seems to be pretty respected around NFL circles, and he's all in.
Played by Tyrod, dude. Yeah. Look, I'm old. I want to be a backup. I ain't trying to
he's all in at being the backup.
No quarterback competition here, guys. Don't worry. I'm here to support my guy. Justin, stay healthy, you son of a...
Tyrod stays with a job. He's the ultimate
because he's good.
Guy.
I mean,
ultimate
all right, Tyrod's been on a lot of different teams. Some of them not that great.
Played against T-Bob and I in college.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, he was
remember the LSU Virginia Tech game?
Yeah.
Tyrod was a freshman on that team.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He came in for Glennon.
Tyrod Taylor, 28-1 as a starting quarterback in the NFL.
He's been good. I mean...
Yeah, when the Chargers doctor speeding on him.
If the Chargers doctor didn't try to stab him in the lungs.
Freaking puncturing his lung, give him a shot before the game.
That happened again. Not the same thing, but he had went... Where did he go after the Chargers? No, I'll tell you what it was. No, it was with Cleveland before. If you remember, they drafted Baker, but they were like, hey, Tyrod's going to be our starter. And through the first 3 or 4 games, Cleveland wasn't winning because, they're Cleveland and they never win. But Tyrod was pretty good. Got hurt in the Thursday night game. Baker came in, got him a win. Boom, replaced. He wasn't bad with the Chargers. Got punctured in his lung. Gets replaced by Justin Herbert. Boom, lost the job
I don't think he ever
again,
got to play with the Chargers. He was the starter, and then it was before game 1.
Yeah. But I'm
when
saying,
he got stabbed.
Was it?
Right?
It was early.
Was it not game 1?
It was like game 2 or 3.
Oh, maybe early.
Yeah.
I know it was early.
He had played a little bit.
You could be right, but I think it was into maybe very early into the season.
When was Tyrod Taylor best? With the Bills?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably? Yeah.
That year, was that the year they played the Jaguars when Jalen Ramsey got the game-winning
Jaguars.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I just remember Jalen Ramsey called a pick six.
Wait, hold on. What's going on with Jalen Ramsey? Is LA out on him? Are they still in on him?
They're still...
he was trying to leave the Dolphins, I heard.
Dolphins.
Oh, Dolphins. Yeah. That's right. That's what I meant. Is he out on Miami? Are they out on him?
I saw Shefty say that they're still actively looking even in the draft.
They haven't traded him yet.
Speaking of Miami, what happened to Tyreek Hill? The end came fast there, huh?
Children.
I mean, he's crazy. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean off the field. I just mean purely on the field.
Tyreek Hill had, I'm going to have to look it up. It was, I think, 3 or 4 catches, 30 yards or more last year. And that's what he's known for.
Yeah.
I mean, he just...
No, that's what I'm saying. It fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
He went from 2 years ago being he might get 2,000 yards this season, and now he hates everybody and he wants out.
Bro, he was the number 1 player. When NFL players do the top 100, he was number 1.
That's
he got
crazy.
the number 1. That year he went off his first year with the Dolphins. So it was if you talk a fall off a cliff.
Now he's dangling babies over balconies.
He's doing everything under the sun.
I still think that Michael Jackson.
He did it. He did it too. Tyreek did the other day.
I hadn't seen the video. I heard, but I hadn't seen the video. I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, what are we doing, dude?
Okay, for the Dolphins, last year was his 3rd year. His first year, 1,700 yards.
Yeah.
His second year, 1,799.
Yeah,
so
that's the year he almost got 2K.
Last year, 959 yards.
I know.
Under 1,000.
I know.
That is
And
wild.
like everybody hates each other.
Yeah.
Like he wants out, they want out.
I mean, Tua, man, it's like, can we trust him?
I don't know. Who was Tua partying on the boat with the other day?
Probably Trey and Cam Jordan.
Yeah, true.
Probably, yeah. In Miami, yeah.
Go ahead. Skiing in Miami.
Yeah.
Snow skiing. All right, when we get back, let's go to wrap up the show. A little Ask the Bench. More next.
Off the bench.
Get Gordon and get it done. 225-888-8888. That's the number to call. GetGordon.com is the website, and you can use one of those two avenues to get in touch with Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys and have them see what they can do for you. Because when you get into an accident, somebody's going to fight for you, represent you, and get you what you deserve from these big insurance companies that are going to try to lean on you. That's where Gordon comes in, and the results speak for themselves, but let them speak to you and explain them to you. Also, follow them on social media where you see a lot of great content at Get Gordon, a lot of great content with the favorite members of the G Team. Go to GetGordon.com.
Go to the website today, and as soon as you go there in the bottom right corner, a little online agent's going to pop up where you can ask any question, but also on the site, you can check out past client results, cases they can handle for you in the courtroom. Also, give them a call. It is your area code in Louisiana, followed by 888-8888. Get Gordon and get it done.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Huh. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
How quickly will this segment leave the rails? It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. What are you giggling about, Tay-Tay? Trying to bring up questions. I can't get
Do you
my
remember? You remember
I know
MySpace?
the internet won't work either. Do I remember MySpace?
MySpace?
Yes.
I remember
It's the social media we really had.
5th grade Taylor was deep in his feels, and this was my MySpace
Oh,
song.
hell
for
yeah.
a
Like
hot minute.
right when you opened the page,
The
it
profile
automatically
song,
started
yeah.
playing.
A little bit of Akon.
Who had you? What was the name of the young filly that had you so twisted
No,
up?
not anybody in particular. Just, when you're in 5th grade, every song's so deep to you,
Yeah.
even though you have no idea what it means.
Yeah, no,
and I
get
loved
it, dude.
Akon, and I
6th grade was probably the most emotional
was-
time of my life.
I had this.
I was in college for MySpace.
And then remember Fox brand.
Well, I was
was
older than
huge.
that for MySpace, but I just mean like in terms of like feel.
Yeah, Fox there's like a bike.
Yeah, Fox. Yeah.
Fox
Yes,
was huge.
yes.
I
Like
had
dirt
this-
bike, stuff
I
like
had
that.
like this brown Fox background. Didn't ride dirt bikes at all. Had this Fox background with a Nickelback one on there as well for a time being. That was my MySpace page. It's just every time I hear this song, I think of MySpace.
My favorite logo of the Fox logo era was No Fear.
Ooh.
The No Fear stickers.
Never
that
had those.
everybody.
Bases
You never saw the
loaded.
No Fear
No,
stickers?
I saw them. That
Down
wasn't-
by 3. No fear.
No Fear.
That
Everybody used to have
wasn't-
those No Fear stickers.
The No
all
Fear
time.
one wasn't my vibe, but I do know what you're talking about.
And then people started going with the. What's the salt one? Salt Life?
Salt Life,
They
yeah.
still, I'm like,
Oh,
bruh.
I still see
And then
those,
what's
yeah.
the deer
Like my brother,
one?
you live in Alexandria.
What's the deer one that
Which one?
Browning maybe? I don't know. Am I making that?
Browning?
I don't know.
Browning's just a brand.
Yeah, no, I can't remember. Ask
Bowie?
the bitch. R.I.P. Jake's 30s.
All right.
Next time you hear Jake on OTB, we'll be celebrating his official christening, his manhood. A wise man. You know, you couldn't even run for consul in Rome until you're 40 years old. It might have been 35. I can't remember. But we're going to say it's 40. We're going to say it's 40. We're going to say it's 40 to be consul because they knew you couldn't be a young a-hole.
True. I don't know.
Ask the bench. Biggest what if in sports. Well, it's What If Wednesday on Hunt. Stick around. Ask the bench. What's going to ever fix the internet? I don't know.
The internet's poor today.
It's actually normally okay, but yeah, it is. It's been going through some weird ups and downs as of late. Ask the bench. On a scale of 1 to 10, what level of cringe would your MySpace photos be today if you could retrieve them? Mine be 12. Yeah, I mean 10.
Probably 7. I had Cassie when I was filling in for y'all pull up. Like I said, find the cringiest picture on my Instagram from like a long time ago and pull it up. We did that, and it wasn't that bad. It was.
look, I've shared my senior pictures where I'm highlighted, Hollistered up.
Yeah. I had like.
Yeah, I mean, those are out there.
You still look cool though. I mean, especially cool for the time.
All the time.
So the cringe is not out of control.
You know. Yeah.
I wore a black tux with a pink tie.
Oh yeah, that was a vibe I did
Yeah.
for sure.
That's pretty cringy.
Oh, good Charlotte feel to it. I was more worried about what song was on the homepage of MySpace more than I was the pictures. I'm gonna be
Exactly.
honest.
I
didn't really care about the friend ranking either. That was always weird.
Oh, the top 10.
I was just worried about looking at Soha's cleavage. It was the first time where you started seeing some of your peers put out thirst traps. Like, huh?
What?
And little did I
Hide
know
that
that
light
was,
under a bushel?
that was just the future. That was just like, here it was, the future of humanity laid out with that song in the background, with Sean Kingston playing in the background.
You're way too beautiful, girl. That's why it'll never work. You'll have.
We had to go there for a second. All right, guys, we love you. We'll be back tomorrow with another edition of Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
Hey, guys, go to Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, yourgoodwood.com. You want to put a little lead in your pencil? You go to Goodwood. Okay? And we're no longer settling for mediocre sex life. We're no longer settling for low libido. We're no longer settling for ED. We're done being embarrassed. We're done stopping that, letting that be the thing that stops us from getting better. And we are committed to reaching our full potential, being our best self at Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. Go in there today, get your labs drawn, let them customize a plan for you. Yourgoodwood.com.
Yeah, that number real quick here to get that consultation all set up. It is 225-4GD-WOOD, 225-4GD-WOOD.
Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team color, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972.